Oh my God. It's your boy CHH. Sharpan Joe. Sharpan Joe is here. Can I get a little love for Sharpan Joe? What do you know about Sharpan Joe? I know about Sharpan Joe. Look at this damn shirt. Sharp motherfucking hand Joe, son. Where are you at right now? What? All right, how's everybody doing? I don't need my glasses. I don't need them. Sharpan Joe, rock music forever. If you don't know about Sharpan Joe, I feel sorry for you. What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see who we got in the chat. Might have a few friends hop on with me. Tonight. We got Devin Bauscher, Brandon Bullock, High Ground Cantina, Monkaker, Stevie Voorhees 13, Alexis's Horror, Dave Vanderhoff. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for the compliment. I appreciate that. Zachary, what's up, Zach? You freaking paying for Hobgoblin, son of a gun. How you doing, man? Trekopedia. What's going on? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, guys. Let me say hello to everybody. Brian 02, Ryan OG, what's up, Orc? Jeff Overing, what's up? Gator Nuggets, what's up, Gator Nuggets? Ian Thomas, how you doing? Cinema Drum Video, how are you? Colin, how you doing? That's me singing. I am not a great singer, by the way. Scatterbrain 614, what's up? Saturn Video, what's up? Alpha, what's up? Johnny Darko, Creasefold. All right, guys, I think we're caught up. How you doing, Steve Mars? So how is everybody doing? We're gonna get talking about a lot of great stuff tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it. So we've got, let's talk about a few things. So today, a few announcements that I'm really excited to talk about was Ghostwatch, I believe is the title. We'll go ahead and get the browser ready. How about this? So we can look at this stuff. Let's do one thing at a time. Let's do Dawn of the Discs first. We'll go to Twitter because I want to talk about some of these releases that I'm excited to grab. I want to get your guys' take on it. All right. So let me go to Dawn of the Discs. Dawn of the Discs. Dawn of the Discs end up actually bringing up Freddy's Nightmares 2, which we're going to talk about. All right. So Dawn of the Discs. Let me share my screen. Follow me on Twitter if you're not following me on Twitter already. We're going to talk about Terrifier 2. We're going to talk about all of that. One thing at a time, people. One thing at a time. So the first thing I want to talk about with Dawn of the Discs is right here. So there's this movie called Ghostwatch that is phenomenal. I mean, just utterly phenomenal. I'm actually going to look at my Child's Play 4Ks too, and we're going to see how mine are. So I get my private DMs out of the way. All right, so we're going to talk about the wax melts. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, so bear with me, guys. So listen, 101 Films is putting out Ghostwatch from 1982. I did not finish this. I watched about half of it, fell in love with it. I thought it was the greatest thing. It's kind of like found footage, but it really shocked audiences back in 1992, and it's really good. So what I want to say is this. I watched about half of it, fell in love with this so much, I stopped it. I said, okay, I want to buy this movie. I couldn't find it. I wasn't able to buy it, really. So thankfully, I got the word that, Ghostwatch was going to be getting a Blu-ray. What really surprised me, guys, is if you look at it, not only did we get a Blu-ray for it from 101 Films, but it's getting a U.S. release date as well as the UK. I wasn't aware that 101 dipped into the American markets. I had no idea, but I don't know if this is their first soiree into American Blu-ray releases. I don't know. I could be very off on that. I don't think I personally own any 101 Films US Blu-rays. So I'm super excited about this, guys. If you haven't seen Ghostwatch, I can't speak for the whole movie. I just can speak for half of it. But I will tell you that I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. So that's that. If I have guests, someone, we'll talk about a little bit more about that. But yeah, I got to say, you know, Jesus, it's just nice. Okay. So let's see what else we have. Is anything else on? We got Wayne's World, Classic Monsters Collection. That's kind of cool. We got The Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Phantom and Creature. I never did get these on 4K. Thought I was going to, but we're not. But I never did. Look, E.T. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Freddy's Nightmares. We're gonna talk about a lot of speculation and talk about things that's possible with that. So here's this. Okay, so we've got Freddy's Nightmares right here. The initial post that I saw came from the Disc Father. Okay. And when I saw the initial post from the Disc Father, what I saw was this image without all this German medium on it. Right. So I was under the impression maybe we're getting a American Blu-ray. Then I had a friend that lives, I think, in overseas. It ain't no butterflies. I don't know where he lives over there, but he was telling me that they have this DVD set coming out next month from this company already, a DVD set. This is a remastered edition of Freddy's Nightmares. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. Now, this is speculatory, but hear me out with this. I think when this show first got announced that we were getting it on Screenbox and we were getting it on Tubi, that was the opening of the gate for the future of this series in terms of physical media. I think it's always a good sign when something that we are anticipating coming out gets some sort of digital release first, because that means that the market is opening up for such films. We saw that happen with Fade to Black, which became an out-of-print movie for years and years and years. Shudder got a very limited exclusive viewing of that. I don't know if the movie is back up on there, but that movie was on Shudder for a little while. Then Fade to Black got the Vinegar Syndrome announcement, which was phenomenal. Phenomenal when we got the Vinegar Syndrome announcement. So the fact that we got Freddy's Nightmares on Tubi and what happened? That's not what I want. So the fact that we got Freddy's Nightmares on Tubi and on Screenbox, I always said to myself in my head, I don't know if I talked about this out loud, but I said to myself, this is a good sign. This means that there is potential that we could be getting some Freddy Krueger stuff physically down the road, which is what we all want and need. Trust me. You guys are Freddy fanatics just like me. I got my Sharp Hand Joe shirt. If you don't have a Sharp Hand Joe shirt, you need one. But let's see. Let's click on this German link. Let's see what Blu-ray Films is showing. Now, let me share my screen, and let's see what we can muster from this link. So let's see. Let me share my other screen. All right, this is Blu-ray.com. All right, accept. Okay, I wonder if there is something on this page that lets me change the language. Let's see. All right, it's a 131 aspect ratio, 1920 by 1080p. So I'm seeing that. Damn it, I really want to change the language on this page, guys. Is that on here? There's got to be a language thing on here. Can somebody help me out with that? Can somebody help me out with that? Where can I change the language on here? Yeah, Entertainment Wizard. I'm going to talk about that as well. Let's see. What's going on, everybody? Fachi Cinema, Saturn Video. I see everybody in here. Let's see. Let me see if I can figure this out really quick, guys. I want to see if there is a language change That must be Film Search. Film Station. Oh, no, never mind. I thought that was it. Son of a bitch. No. Huh. It would be so much more helpful if I could change the goddamn language. I don't want to waste too much time on this, but it's hard. Let's see if we can find another link. Let's read the comments on this. Maybe there's more in here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right here. The disc specs. The disc specs. I didn't see it, JS, in the right corner, but here we go. So let me get the disc specs up. Here we go. Let me share my screen again. Okay, here we go. Disc specs. All right, so this is what I'm seeing. 2.0 audio remaster, which is good. Audio's going to be important on this. Subtitles are in German and English. So, some people were wondering if this is, thank you very much for the Love of My Children of the Night cover. People were wondering if the show, I had a few messages already. People were saying, is the show dubbed in German? And I was telling these people, I'm using Google Chrome for the person asking me which one am I using. So I was asked, do you think that the show from this German release is going to be German dubbed? And I said, no, not German dubbed, but probably German subtitles at best. But the beauty of that is with a show that's like this, you can either take the subtitles off or swap them to English. I'm addicted to watching movies with subtitles on because I don't like to not understand what I'm reading. But what's interesting is the 131 and the 1920 by 1080 MPEG playing time 1,980 minutes. So I don't know if that's all the episodes. That's the thing. I think that's all the episodes. I'm not sure. We're looking at 30 minutes an episode, right? Let's see. Let's say on average 30 minutes an episode. We could divide that. This is exciting. Okay. I'm bad at math. Okay, so yeah, that's the whole show. That should be the entire show. So I don't know if where the translations were. I'll pull it up again. Maybe you guys can see it. But here's the thing I'm interested in. Being that this is a German Blu-ray, guys, I have probably about 5 or 6 German Blu-rays. And hello to everybody in here right now. We're talking about the Freddy's Nightmares Blu-ray announcement from this German company. I have about 5 or 6 German Blu-rays. If memory serves me, guys, I believe all of them have been region-free. I'm not sure if Germany is region A. No, it's region B. I see it right here. It's region B. I will tell you, yeah, get those likes up if you guys can. Thank you, Blue Vega. I will say this, guys. We're going to go back to the page. I'm seeing people tell me to look up in the top right again. We're gonna do that in just a second, guys, because I want to try to find out all the information we can. But I will say this, guys. I can see this getting an American DVD release. Maybe not Blu-ray, but a DVD release in America soon because of the doors opening up. Now, let's talk about what this picture quality is probably going to be like. In my opinion, to me, it seems like Germany doesn't have as much of a reserve on trying to upscale things that probably aren't the best sources to use. I have Dr. Giggles from a German Blu-ray. They certainly were trying to upscale a lesser source. Okay? So with that being said, I would not anticipate the picture quality on this Blu-ray set from Germany to be stunning. Okay, we're going to talk about the possibility of the Elm Street series movies up here in a second because I see you guys talking about that. I'll tell you what I know as vaguely as possible. I can't divulge who I talk to and who those people talk to. And I know that's a pain in the ass. I don't like being that guy that says, oh, I've got a source, but truly I can't bring it up. Okay. But let's finish. What I was getting at, those, if you're just joining in, we're talking about this set. We're talking about these Blu-rays of the show. So again, I want to reiterate, just because this is a Blu-ray set for this television show, do not expect this Blu-ray set to look stunning or amazing. Maybe a little shinier, maybe a little crisper, but it depends on the source and how the show was really filmed. Was this show filmed on 35? Was this filmed on tape? I don't know how the show was filmed back in the day. I'm assuming 35. Was it shot in widescreen? Probably not even close. I'm sure it was shot in a 4:3 television aspect ratio to begin with, because that's what it was going to be on. So, because some people were asking me if the show was going to be on widescreen. I'd like to bet money no. They could stretch the image. It's possible they'll stretch the image. So, with that being said, this is great. This will probably be the best the show can look, but don't expect a drastic big uptake. I could be completely wrong on this, guys. I could be wrong. They could have been getting the purest sources for these. They may be able to make these look fantastic. I have stuff that was shot for television that looks stunning, but this is an 80s TV show that was pretty low budget, and it was probably shot on video, at least edited on video for sure, right? Monkaker says the same thing right there. I agree with him. So it's going to be interesting. And I can tell you guys this, for any of you that are trepidatious about getting a show like this, maybe because, one, you may not be region free and you may not know if this Blu-ray set is going to end up being a region free, even though it says region B. A lot of my German stuff does play on American players, like I said. And two, I will definitely be that guinea pig for this. Of course, you guys know I'm going to want it. So, and people are asking about Universal getting paid with Halloween Ends. We'll talk about all that stuff. But with that being said, guys, I will say I'm obviously a big fan of this series. I collect things from this series, so I will be picking this up. And I can certainly be a window of information on this set once I get it. But I will say I personally anticipate an American DVD set for this show. That's what I think is going to end up happening. Will it come out in December of this year? Maybe, maybe not. Time will tell. We have seen stuff come out in Germany that doesn't come out in America, but a lot of it does as well. So, we're seeing more of that. You know, we're looking at The Hitcher finally getting its American release, or at least UK release possibly soon. That has a German Blu-ray. I have it. It looks good, but they're certainly not using the original film negative for this Blu-ray, but they did make it look good. So, you know, we'll wait for that. But with that said, we can start answering some of your questions. Hello to everybody here. So let's talk about what you guys are asking. Some people are talking about sometimes companies only release stuff on Blu-ray to put more episodes on each disc. That's 100% true, Saturn Video. I'm glad you brought that up. That is 100% true. I agree, Blue Vega, that Freddy is the greatest of all time. What we really need is a box set of Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, so here's where we are with the Nightmare on Elm Street, the box set. I'll tell you what I know. Again, can't name names, and it's not great information, guys. I'm going to be honest with you, but it's also not bad either. It's just, it is what it is. So let's talk about that. My camera image is a little blurrier. Okay, so here we go. Here is where we are with the Nightmare on Elm Street, the box set. Now, the person that I would ask about this initially You're not getting we're not. Oh, you want a 4K set with a TV show, Cat Drums. I was going to say there's no way in hell we'll ever get a 4K scan of the TV show, but here is what I was told initially that got me excited. The initial thing I was told was, "Hey, Christian, I've got good news for you. Scream Factory is working on the Nightmare on Elm Street box set." I talked to X, Y, and Z about it, and they said, yes, we're working on it. I said, awesome. This was roughly a year ago, maybe even a little bit longer. Okay. The next thing that happened was maybe 4 months later, I've got bad news. I said, what's the bad news? And they told me Scream Factory told their special features people who were getting interviews situated, getting things filmed, booking meetings for interviews, and booking gets, the whole thing where they get the hotel room and they rent that for an hour and they make a nice set in the hotel room and they get interviews like Scream Factory does with a lot of stuff. They told them to stop working on it. Stop it. Just everything has been put on halt. This was about 4 months after that first thing that was told to me. So as you can imagine, I was very upset. I was devastated. Then about 2 or 3 months after that, my person who talks to people that literally work on the set told me again, well, Christian, I have more good news again, potential good news anyway. They are now again working on the set. This was roughly a little over half a year ago. Now, I think you're all probably wondering what I'm wondering. Where is it? Where's the set? There could be a number of issues with this. Timing is one thing. Resources is another thing. I would imagine if we can go back to the time when, welcome all 102 of you in here, please drop a like as we're talking about the potential Nightmare on Elm Street Scream Factory, because let's be real, guys. If and when it comes out, it's coming from Scream Factory. Please drop a like on the stream. I really appreciate it. If and when the set comes out, I think the table has to be set in a number of ways. Number one, let's go back to when the Friday the 13th set came out. The first thing I want to say is a lot of people felt like the set came out of nowhere. The person that I converse with about this sort of thing had been telling me about this set for some time. And I can tell you guys one good thing in this situation was that Friday the 13th set had been worked on for years. Years. All those features, getting the rights to some of those features, the scans, the upgraded scans, this stuff takes time. If you watch the Blu-ray for Jaws, when that movie came out, now this is an extreme example of this. When Jaws came out on Blu-ray, if you watch the special features and they look at the restoration process for Jaws, it was painstaking to clean that movie up and go through the processes. This was the beginning of those extreme restorations back in the day. This is almost 10 years ago. But my point is, those things take time. So we had 4 movies that got restored. Friday 1, Friday 2, Friday 3, and Friday 4. We also get 1080p scans of the rest of the films. Not only that, we had Jason Goes to Hell in a 2K scan from an Interpositive. Jason X 2K scan from original film elements, or very close to the original film elements. Freddy vs. Jason was the same, and the Friday the 13th remake was the same. That stuff takes time, right? I'm seeing a lot of people speculate on the year they think the set will come out, and I'm going to give my 2 cents on that as well. I'm reading all of your comments, guys. I'm with you. So the good news is, even though it feels like it's been forever, I think we're going to be okay. And I do think that maybe Scream Factory will release this set in 2024. Or they will leave the anniversary stuff up to Warner Brothers themselves, and Warner Brothers could mimic the Paramount business model, and they can release the original film on 4K in 1984. My preferred method would be we get the set done. I did a video detailing all of what I wanted from a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I want the same artist to make the same style art as that Friday box set. You have so much to work with. Chef Freddy, Puppeteer Freddy, Bourbon Freddy. Where you've got the body, I've got the brain Freddy. The pictures of Freddy you can use are endless. You've got Nancy we can throw into the mix. Jesse, Alice, a red style box. I've covered this, guys, but I want to do it here. A red style box. Same artist. Collage style art. I was conservative. I thought we should get 4K scans of the first 3. 4K scans of the first 3. Give us full 1080p's for 4. 5, give us a full 1080p with HD inserts of the uncut scenes. And I think a 2K scan for New Nightmare makes sense. Then we have Freddy vs. Jason again in the set. Shouldn't be a problem. You're buying that movie twice. God knows you what, we all already own it. And we can repurpose the remake disc. Now, I know some of you are like, we don't need the remake. Then it's not the complete Elm Street box set. Do you not? If you want the complete Elm Street box set, it's got to have it in there. Good, bad, right or wrong, the complete Elm Street box set's got to have the remake. So I think that's conservative. But still, that stuff takes time and efforts and resources. And the special features, they've got to work all that out. Maybe commentaries. Who knows? Maybe Sean Clark will finally do the Horror's Hallowed Grounds for part 2, if you've been a fan of the show. So they'll do a Horror's Hallowed Grounds for part 2. I just don't want them to rush it and be a very problematic set. I can be patient as long as it's a banger of a box set. We've got to talk about the problems that the Friday the 13th set had. We've got to talk about that. Now, the Entertainment Wizard, look, I agree. I would love New Nightmare to get a 4K as well, but if you take the basis of the set from the Friday the 13th and you kind of port that style over to the Elm Street ones, the first half of sorts got 4K scans. I think 1, 2, and 3 should get 4K scans, no doubt. I'm being conservative by saying 4 should get a 1080p. I think Dream Master deserves a 4K scan as well. It's a gorgeous film. You know, it just depends. But we've got to talk about the problems really quick because people people are commenting on that. So let's review. And after we talk about that, we're going to briefly talk about my candles coming out this Friday on Unita Candles. We had problems with part 3. A 3D thing wasn't rendered correctly. We had problems with Jason Goes to Hell. They were missing a scene. They're missing a shot, a gore shot. They're missing a scream effect in Jason X. Mind you, this was maybe a second long. I can understand something minute like the scream from Jason X. It's not everybody's favorite. And maybe the 3D thing. But the thing is this, guys, and you guys all know this. You do not screw with the Friday the 13th fans. As simple as these things can seem to the average person, this is you're messing with history. You can't do that. You've got to get it right. This is the Friday the 13th series. You've got to get it right. So then they do the replacement discs. I could comment on how Scream Factory's replacement discs are a little problematic. We can talk about that. Then we had the issues with the shipping and the discs. I went to Best Buy. Listen to this, guys. You're not going to believe this. I went to Best Buy about a month after the set was released. Street date. A month after the set was released, street date. I go to Best Buy. I see the set on the shelf. Naturally, I already own the set. It's with me. It's here. I didn't have the wrong discs in mind. I was very fortunate. A lot of my friends were not that fortunate. I go to grab the set to look at it. There were 2 part 4s in this set at Best Buy. I tell the employee, you have a set that was messed up. It's got 2 discs in it. And they were like, we're not going to do anything about it. We can't really do anything about it. So I said, well, you can't sell that to somebody, right? They could buy 2 part 4s. No, we're just going to, we'll see. We'll deal with it. And they didn't take it off the shelf. Somebody could be very excited and they see that and they buy it and not realize it because of their excitement. I can understand that. So many people got these sets that had 2 of the same films in them. Now, I don't know if you can just necessarily blame Scream Factory themselves on that. That could be a shipping problem or the packaging, a factory issue. But let me tell you guys this, okay? And hello to everybody in here. When I bought a movie from Severin Films, give me a thumbs up if you're familiar with Severin Films, or tell me if you're familiar with Severin Films. They're a boutique label. They have a good market share with the horror community. They put out a lot of titles. I bought a film from them called House at the Edge of the Park, okay? It's a pretty good movie. There was an issue on the disc. There was a small issue on the disc, and we're about to open up my Child's Plays. I never paid attention, but I'm gonna look at my Child's Play disc. House at the Edge of the Park had a small problem on the disc, an audio blur or something. I didn't watch the film right when I got it. I opened my mailbox one day. There's a piece of mail from Severin. I opened it up. I'm like, what is this? Then I realized there was a problem with the disc. Severin sent the replacement disc because they had their orders from their website. They saw who ordered it right there. Why would Scream Factory require me to send an email to a third-party organization to reach out to get replacement discs on a problem they should be responsible for? When you see a company do it the way Severin does it, there's no, in my opinion, there's no excuse to put the burden on your customers. If you ordered it from Amazon, maybe. If you ordered it from the store, or you bought it from the store, that's a different thing. Or if you ordered it from Best Buy, or if you ordered it from Walmart, if you ordered it from a store, then I can understand, hey, if you bought this, have proof of purchase and email this company. But if you order straight from the site, there's no excuse, guys. I'm over this shit, because quite frankly, ever since this Friday the 13th debacle happened with the box set, these replacement discs have been rampant on the internet, all over this stuff. Let's grab the Child's Play disc. Let's see. But the last thing I want to say is I do think that the Scream Factory Nightmare set could be next year. It could be, because again, the last I was told, and I can't disclose the people, but if you're kind of smart, you can probably figure it out. They were still working on it. But as we know, this stuff takes resources, time, and energy. So let me grab my Child's Play discs, and we're going to look at if they're messed up. Also, thanks again to one of my friends, Kyle, for making me this bootleg. Excuse me, he doesn't like that word. He's right. He's not selling it. He made this for me. He didn't charge me. Homebrew, Part 5, 720p widescreen beauty. Child's Play 2. Are you guys ready to see if this disc is messed up? Or if it played fine. Oh my God. I must have opened this thing up in the dark. Look at the shit on this case. Are you seeing that? It looks like fungus. It looks like they got this thing out of the trash can. My discs are fine. I tested my discs, but I'm also a vampire, so I don't like light. If you live with me, you're going to bump into walls because I don't like light. In my house, it's dark everywhere we go. These cases look like shit. My discs are smudged too. That's not from fingerprints. What the look at this case. Oh my God. No excuse. No fucking excuse on that. Look, granted, they play fine. I'm not going to send them back. I'm just going to bitch. Let's look at Child's Play 3. I know, Tony. How you doing, Nick? I see you in the chat. Child's Play 3 looks pretty good. Child's Play 3 is not that bad. What did they call it? Does anybody remember what they called it? Oxidation? And you know, Tony, you bring up you know what? Tony brings up a good point. You want to know the truth, Tony? You want to know the truth, Tony? No, I don't. You know what at this point, Tony, what I would want? Like, honestly, just give me some goddamn 4Ks of these movies. Like, honestly, just give me 4Ks. Release 2 a year at this point, because you're right. You really are right. Scream Factory, they're trash, and they're screwing up. You're right. You're 100% right. But we got a guest coming in, guys. The one, the only, Mid-Level Media.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Thanks for the invite. I'm checking my Child's Play 2 4K right now.
Well, let's see yours. I'm fucking ranting and raving tonight, dude. You know what? Is yours clean?
I think I don't know. No, there's some stuff in there, but I think I was one of the first people to get them. So I might have got lucky. I might have got.
So you got it before before the flood happened.
I got it before they got a chance to sit in the warehouse and fester in the swamp gas for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, let's see. But before you opened Child's Play, was that 2 or 3?
That was 2. My 3's clean.
3 is clean. Well, speaking of clean, the one, the only, Garrett.
My Child's Play 1's clean too.
Look at that snow. Look, you got a spider web. Look at the front.
Up there.
Dude, look at that. Open it up. Open it up.
Would you see it?
There's a fucking spider web. Look at that. You don't see that?
What the fuck is that? It's just not greasy.
Did you see when you said that? He just did like a big gulp.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Not that bad. Not that bad. That thing needs a COVID shot.
No, but I was gonna say, you know what the first 4K I ever saw that in? It came from Kino Lorber, and it was Spaceballs.
What?
Yes.
Spaceballs.
So this is not a new problem. Look at Spaceballs.
Oh God.
This was a year and a half ago.
You know what's so funny is that Ken works all day and he does quality control for Scream Factory as well. So.
I wish they should pay me for this shit.
He's throwing Kino under the bus now.
Guys,
I just wanted to point out that Kino started this shit first. That was the first person. That was the first label I saw from.
Kino can afford some oxidation issues on there, because guess what? Kino doesn't list stuff at 57% off and then says, just kidding, like Scream Factory does. So Kino's okay in my book.
Well, Kino's also, you could probably get Spaceballs for under $20 as well, where,
I don't remember what it was. I think it was probably 23.
This is the Dead Pit, but he shaved.
He's looking clean over there.
But guys, there's still a lot of stuff I want to talk about. We got the chat going. I've talked about the Freddy's Nightmare set in a nutshell, and you guys can give me your 2 cents. I would anticipate, maybe not December, and maybe a little bit longer, I anticipate a US DVD set release. And if people do want to get that German set, I said also, I have some German Blu-rays that clearly this company that's making them aren't using the best transfers for stuff, and they're trying to upscale. Like the Hitcher Blu-ray I have that's German. It looks fine, but they clearly weren't working with an original film element. They tried to shine that up. They did the same thing with Dr. Giggles. That Blu-ray looks good. So maybe that Blu-ray will have a little bit crisper, better image, but I anticipate an American DVD set down the road. If not December, maybe a month or so later. Thoughts on that?
I haven't looked into that. I saw everybody posting Freddy Night. Who's putting out Freddy's Nightmares?
It's a German company putting out the set. They had their DVD set is like apparently
Cohen Media,
something like that. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the company, but they actually have a friend of mine sent me overseas. Their DVD version of that set is coming out next month. But the interesting thing was he said that it only had 16 episodes listed on the DVD set. That Blu-ray set, based on the amount of minutes, looks like it had all 60 something episodes. I did 30 minutes divided by the amount of total minutes, and it came out to somewhere in the 60s. So I think the Blu-ray set has all that. But he was saying something's weird about the DVD listing. It's showing it's got about 16 episodes on it. So maybe that's a greatest hits version of that. I don't know. But, I implore people to enjoy the shows now on the streaming services.
It had 60 episodes. How many seasons did it have?
It was 2 seasons.
2. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I don't know what it came on. Did it come on Sci-Fi Channel or?
I don't remember the channel.
I don't know.
I know Friday the 13th series came on Sci-Fi, but I don't remember if the Nightmare on Elm Street one did. But yeah, I remember watching it as a kid, and I have not watched it recently. I know Screenbox had it or whatever.
And it's on Tubi too.
I just remember the first episode had Freddy, and then after that, it was no Freddy anymore. They treated him like the Crypt Keeper, pretty much.
Freddy shows up. I think it was the second episode. Freddy's head comes out of a deep fryer.
Oh, does it? Yeah, I remember watching it, but after.
Dude, they really are some good episodes in that show. There really are. I've watched almost all of them.
I'll definitely get it and go back and see if I,
what's crazy is the second episode has Lar Park Lincoln from New Blood. She's the star of the episode. And there's Tom McClaw. You're going to see so many familiar names and faces in the show. Like Tom McLaughlin, who directed Part 6. I was like, oh shit, he directed this episode. So there's so much familiarity throughout the series. and the opening theme is great. Great theme song.
That was
But
that the early
the episode is
90s?
hysterical. I want to say it was 87 through 89. It was either
Was it?
87 through 89 or 88 through 90. It was just a couple years. And if you watch the first half of the season, the first half of the show, you'll notice it's Freddy's makeup from part 4. And then the second half of the show, it's Freddy's makeup from Dream Child. So when he was filming part 5, Robert was
Hey,
going
Freddy, go
to
over
this
here,
other studio.
Robert.
Yeah, that's literally what he did. He went to another studio and was filming all these. They had all the stuff planned out, and he was filming all these little, pieces for the show.
Nice. Yeah, it wasn't the exciting announcement that I was hoping for, but
Yeah.
I was hoping. I didn't think we were going to get Scream Factory box set. That's not what I was thinking, but I thought we'd at least get like a Warner Brothers 4K of the first one at least, or something.
Okay.
But they're probably going to wait till 2024 for that.
Let's see. From what I read, it has all the episodes, but only the first 16 have the German dub. Okay, that makes sense. It has every episode in English. The ones after the first 16 are just English with German subs. Well, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to own the set in a legitimate way. I just think it opens the door for the future with the movies. I think this is a win, whether you're a fan of the series or not. I think it's a win to see this come out physically, legitimately. I think that can only lead to bigger and better things. So, I mean, guys, I don't know what we all have inside sources. All of us that are in this sphere of physical media, we meet people, we talk to people. I told the chat earlier, the latest I heard, which was about half a year ago and some change, was that Scream Factory was in fact working on this Elm Street set.
Yeah.
I had also been told before that they were also told to halt production on working on special features and interviews and things like that. I don't know. I thought this was going to be the year, maybe earlier this summer, but I can't imagine.
I thought it was going to be the year.
Yeah. When you look at it, I was thinking about this. Scream Factory, I don't know that they have the resources or even the finance. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how big Shout Factory is anymore at this point. I feel like they've done almost all they can do too. Can finance in 1 year the production of a Nightmare on Elm Street box set and the Halloweens. It seems like it'd be almost too much to handle at one point. And God knows the quality control would be so bad, you'd probably get a dead monkey in your box because, like,
Yeah. I think the problem is, now is like, what happens if they push it to next year? Like, I don't know. To me, if they come out and they say, "Hey, we got a Blu-ray set," like, aren't we a little late to the party on that at this point? Like, don't you think at this point it's like you got to go 4K if we're going to start in 2024 going to release this set? Like, in my opinion, I'm like, Blu-ray's like it's starting to dwindle a little bit compared to 4K. So I don't know. It just seems like they
at least in the collector's market. I mean, most people are still buying DVDs, but
of course,
you bring up a great point there too, because we are in I guess a transitional period. There's stuff that's coming on 4Ks, and some collectors, when a new movie, for instance, comes out, they don't buy the Blu-ray. They just go ahead and get the 4K now, and I don't know. I'd like to see the scale, the sale projection. Not the projections, but the sale charts lately with Scream Factory and how their 4K stuff is doing. I want to see how their Blu-ray stuff is doing. I would not be upset if they spaced it out within 2 years, guys. Like, let's say we get Nightmare 1, 2, and 3 4Ks next year. And then after that, we can get 4, 5, and New Nightmare. I think that's a plan. I would be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? And let's get these movies on 4K, and let's do it right. I'd rather us take our time because, I mean, you guys remember, did you guys get screwed up in Friday the 13th box sets when those came out? Most of my friends did. Their stuff was screwed up. They had two part 6s. They didn't have a final chapter.
Mine was fine, but
movies are messed up now.
But didn't they have to do a replacement disc on one of them or no?
I'm so sorry. People are calling me out. I did skip Freddy's Dead. I'm such an
I was
idiot.
going to call you out, but I
I'm
didn't want
such
to
a
interrupt you.
fucking idiot.
I was like,
How
what
dare
about
I
Freddy's
skip
Dead,
Freddy's
Christian?
Dead?
I was like,
No,
I know
Freddy's
you don't
Dead,
hate
of
it.
course. No, what don't need it? Don't need Freddy's Dead.
No, we need Freddy's Dead.
You goddamn right we do.
Tell him.
That's
Say
right.
Freddy's Dead.
Ken's a fan. He's got the cool
I
shirt.
would kill for
What about
Roseanne
Sharpan
4K.
Joe?
Come on.
What y'all know about Sharpan Joe?
I don't know
I think
Sharpan Joe. I know
You don't know
Cotton
about
Eye Joe.
Sharpan Joe?
I know
Dude.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Hell no. That's
Where did he come
Sharpan
from?
Joe.
Where did he go?
Where did he come from? Sharpan Joe. No, but I would be okay. Like, honestly, I would be okay with that. And I almost wonder if that's the route that they're going. Because
I still feel like people will be disappointed, though. People really just want that box set.
I understand.
Well, you know what? But they could have done it that way. Like I said that before. Well, actually, we learned why, I guess, with the Halloweens. But how killer would have been if they had a bundle for like these new Halloweens and it said, hey, if you buy this bundle, you get a box that will house all of them if you got the earlier ones as well. Like I would have bid on that bundle right away to get a limited box to house everything, up until that point. And I'm thinking, like, if they do that Elm Street, like that should be a deal. Like at the end, like when they finish it off, have that last bundle be like, hey, here's for all of them. And all that would do is increase sales on ones that maybe people skipped out on. I guarantee if they did that with the Halloween, some of these people that like said like, oh, I didn't buy 4 and 5 might go back and be like, shit, I'm going to get the box. And now I'm going to go get 4 and 5 to complete the whole thing. Right. I think that they're leaving money on the table with something so silly as a piece of cardboard when it comes to certain things like that. And as a collector, I like when things are together that belong to be together,
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell
maybe
you
they're just going to take a little extra time and they'll do a 4K box set, and maybe they're going to time it for the 40th anniversary because that's 2024.
That would be nice.
Garrett, let me let you in on a little trade secret in this business. Cardboard is the most expensive, valuable thing in this industry. Look at him go! Smell like cardboard. You son
of a
what?
Bitch. You know what though? My most exciting release of this week that I got in was Coneheads, and there was no slipcover on it. But I was so excited to get it. No slipcover, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if it did have a slipcover, I would have been even more excited.
It should have came in a cone, a cone slip.
I was like, this movie deserves like an Arrow Video box set or slipcover edition with special features. Like, why do we not have that for Coneheads? I don't get it.
What do you got, Garrett?
I was just so okay. Did you get it, dude? Did you get the limited? Limited slip?
You talking about no, Side Hustle hasn't sent me mine yet.
Oh, baby.
Hopefully it's in the mail.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me show praise and love. Thank you, Loki Visions. I know someone who does programming for a movie theater and they show cult classics and whatnot. I guess Warner Brothers has been really hard to work with as of late. Well, son of a bitch. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. That's going to go into the Freddy Fund, #FreddyFun. Appreciate that a lot, man. First of all, let me see that slip again because I'm about to get pissed off. Now I see why people were like, okay, why didn't we get the original movie slip for part 1? Because that does look really cool. I mean, it does. It just does. It does.
Of course. Yeah, you gotta have the original with the original. You can't have one commission and 2 originals. That doesn't make no sense. That makes no sense. I don't know. Tell it. Well, when you took your Child's Plays and you had the commission slip and then the 2 original post-art slips, did you just look at them and went, "It's not that bad, actually"?
It's exactly what I said.
I love it.
Now, Ken.
No, I really don't like this artwork, to be honest. I'm not a fan.
They were lazy, man.
Why.
They probably had that laying around. They were like, let's just do this again.
I don't know. He looks too animated.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not classic Chucky to me. Chucky has a very distinct look.
Okay.
In the first Child's Play movie, and that just doesn't match it.
But see, I always liked how Chucky turned into a greasy, old, nasty, balding man in Child's Play 1, where his hair, like his hairline starts getting like he gets like the widow's peak, and he gets the hooks, right, like the loops right there. I wish they would just put a picture of drugged out, dead ass, old man Chucky on the front. That's what
I loved it, man, because in my eyes, it was one of those things like kind of like where in my head as a kid, Jason, it wasn't that he had different masks all the time from different designers. When I was a kid, I always imagined as the movies went on, his mask got more and more damaged, right? So when I look at Chucky, I always felt the same way. Like as the series went on, he got more and more like humanized in a sense. Like he started getting a lot more human features with the hairline and stuff like that because he was going to be stuck in that body. So to me, I always looked at it as that. And then in part 2, it's almost like they started over because they ended up getting a new doll and all that stuff. So, yeah. But that's kind of how I always kind of thought of it. Well, so it always made sense.
It's the same doll in 2, but they get the new doll in the 3rd one.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay. Actually, you know what? I did watch it was the 3rd one I watched last night. That's why I was confused. It was the one where they were at the toy shop at the beginning.
Yeah, just the blood. All it needed was the blood drip in the plastic, and then
good. That's a good question though. Saturn video. Yeah, I do like my laser disc is like that. It's just black and it's got Chucky with his little knife. That was good art too. I did like that. Let me ask the chat this, and let me ask Garrett and Ken this. Today, I go back and forth. Today, Child's Play 2 is the best one to me. But so many people love Child's Play 3, and I'm seeing people say it's the best one. Does anybody here on the show think Child's Play 3 is? And I'm not saying it and I think it's a bad decision. I'm just saying it's like people love Part 3. That's their favorite one.
It's definitely. You're right. I've seen a lot more love for Part 3 than I ever have recently. So I don't know if it's one of those things where it's starting to come around. Maybe the people that were at right place, right time now are bringing it back. For people to, hey, this was a great one. I still think the first one's my favorite altogether. I think as a whole, it's a better movie than the other two. I love Part 2, but the first one is always going to be the favorite, I think, of mine.
Yeah, I love the 3rd one, but I could never put it above the first 2. But I would say that the first one's a legitimate horror classic. I don't think a lot of people really give it the credit that it deserves.
I agree.
And the second one, I think, is just the best Child's Play movie. Just the best Chucky movie. Like it's just.
How do you top? How's it hanging, Phil? That's
just the best part. And you get to be with Chucky that whole movie. In the first one, you don't get to be with Chucky the whole movie. Like he's there, but you don't. Like he's not Chucky until you get to that halfway point.
What happened? Didn't the beginning of the movie, like that guy? I'll tell you what though, the best part of the entire series, hands down, is the business executive meeting in the beginning of Child's Play 3.
Yeah,
the hardest part about running a business is that it is a business. I want Garrett. Are you the manager wherever you work, Garrett? I want you to get your people together and say, "Look, guys, the bottom line is the bottom line." I'm making that a T-shirt. I've got to make the bottom line is the bottom line.
There's so many opportunities for shirts that you should do that. Ken's going to do. It's not that bad. Like that. There's plenty of opportunities.
Just
here,
me on the cover
All
with
right,
the Scream Factory case, and it's got the wrong discs in it and the wrong lettering on the side.
Garrett, I got something for you. You use this. And I want to say really quick, what's up, Michael McCormick? I saw you in there. What's up, brother? This is the guy that composed the Shark Is Still Working soundtrack. He sent me all those cool joy. We're gonna get Michael on the show soon, Michael. I'm gonna hit you up. I've got your number. We have contact now. We're gonna work that out. Good to see you in here, dude.
Mike, I'm a friend of Jim Beller. So if you know him, I'm sure you do.
I remember we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about Garrett. All right, Garrett. So I've got something. Ken, you feel free to use this as well. This will help you in your future conversations. Ken, your YouTube channel is thriving. You're doing fantastic. Garrett, your channel is doing great too. You're growing at a fast pace. You guys are doing awesome. The next time anyone comes up to you and says, "I want to start a YouTube channel. Do you have any advice for me?" You look them right in their optic stems. And you say, the hardest part about running a YouTube channel is that it is a YouTube channel. And then you walk away. You don't say anything else, Ken. Matter of fact, you block them after that. You type that in and you block them.
You block them. Find your own way.
You
block.
Hey, and then when they get another account and they're like, "Dude, why'd you block me?" It's the bottom line. It's the bottom.
It's a business. Click.
God damn it.
You
know, it's
gotta
funny.
add that note into the Unita candles and when people buy the thing.
Thank you for supporting our small business.
Christian, when you get more of those candles in stock? Every time I get on there, y'all are sold
perfect.
out. I'm trying to get some.
Perfect. I'm not going to take too long about this, but I want to say everybody has been so supportive. It's been awesome. Every time we've put them out, gone, sold out.
I want some of those Jason Goes to Hell ones.
Here we go. Get ready. Matter of fact, guys, I'm about to show you the surprise one. I wasn't going to show this until tomorrow, but we've got a lot of people in here. This Friday, we have at 6 p.m. Central Time, our Jason Voorhees line goes live. Firstly, we restocked for the last time in a while, because Ken, you got to realize something. You got to give it to them. And then when it's gone, it's gone. They gotta buy it. Scream Factory does the same thing. Don't give me shit. I'm just doing their business.
That's the hard part about running a business.
We got the last restock of the Big Apple coming out this Friday. If you want that, this is your chance to get it. We won't be bringing it back for a while. Garrett's favorite right here. We've got the final chapter. You Need a Wax Melt and Toasted Marshmallow.
That's nice.
This smells immaculate. This is gorgeous. Limited supplies on these guys. Ken's favorite. Be ready, Ken. The Jason Goes to Hell Campfire Wax Melt. Look at that. Did you see that? My wife, she took our laser disc. She put this on the laser disc. This blended in with the laser.
Smell that split in two camper from here.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, smell it through the phone, as they say. It's gorgeous. It smells immaculate. And get ready for this. This one goes out to all my homies, all the true fans out there. The surprise wax melt coming out this Friday, limited supply. You're not going to miss this. The Uber Jason Space Musk wax melt. This is it. This is available Friday. It smells amazing. And when it's gone Friday, it's gone. So you better be ready, guys. Follow our Instagram page, You Need a Candles. Holy crap. And I tell you, Ken, these smell amazing. Guys, if you're not using wax melts, they're safer than candles. When Garrett wants to be in his lair and he wants to clean up and enjoy movies, he's going to use a wax melter because it's a light bulb in a fixture. He can leave the house and not say, oh my God, I left a candle on down there. I got to rush home and get this out because now my mind is going to be running to the worst scenario possible. I'm going to burn the house down. This is wax in a bowl with a light bulb. This is safer. It smells just as good. These last a long time. Wax melts are the future. So there we go, guys. Friday, get ready.
What a salesman, this guy. I love
Friday. And when these are gone, they're gone. And I'm telling you, this Uber Jason, I'm telling you, Ken, this smells great. This will put your wife in the mood too. I mean, this is such a good scent. But when this is gone, this is gone. I'm not saying that they'll never come back. I'm not saying they'll never come back, but this is a limited surprise thing. And I'll tell everybody here too, get ready because after that, CHH is doing the Return of the Living Dead line, and that's gonna be the real deal. So there we go, guys.
Do you need a do you guys consultant, man? I'm waiting for the Fright Night apple, and I'm waiting for the Lost Boys, the one that smells like Chinese food. That's the one that I'm waiting for. Is the Lost Boys Chinese food one. And then if you want, you could do a Camp Rad Pack, and it smells like a fire. You know,
those are
nice
marshmallows.
That's gonna be a limited one.
How about a Scream Factory case goose?
No, you should do.
Like I'm gonna light up my child's food too.
You should just do like a mystery, like a Scream Goo. It could be called Scream Goo, and then it's just all like half a wax and shit. Like it's.
But Garrett, brilliant idea. I'm gonna tell the wife this too.
What?
Fright Night and Lost Boys. Not only am I gonna do it, but Ken gave me a brilliant idea. We're gonna release those two scents on the physical media release day of those two films. So you can get your movie and you can order your scent, and they're going to smell great. The artwork will be great on them. But yeah, these are the future, guys. I'm telling you. Everybody get ready. Friday, follow our Instagram page. You Need a Candles, because that's where our Etsy store link is. I'll be sure to post it on my channel. But thank you. We got a super chat from Douglas Connor. Hey, Christian, Garrett, Ken. Much love, guys. Thank you so much.
What's up,
God
Doug?
bless.
What's up, Douglas?
Now, really quick. So it seems like a lot of people love Child's Play 2. They love Child's Play 3. Now, Garrett, I haven't talked to you about this movie, but I have canon here. The best horror movie I've seen in 2022, hands down, no question about it. I thought it was X. It's not X.
Christian likes the men.
I love, and somebody clip this. Get ready. I love men. I love
sure.
men. That's
That's
the
sure.
best movie I've seen. Garrett, I mean, did you see
you
the
know what?
film?
Men's the real deal, man. I loved it.
Listen, I'm liking it a lot. I haven't finished it yet. I got to
Haven't finished it.
No, I didn't. Not on purpose. It was like,
You got to finish it.
yeah, I'm at. I
You've
don't
got
want
to
to spoil
finish
it,
the
but,
man.
I made
I-
Pops. Pops watched it, and he was messaging me last night, and he was talking about the ending and what he said. I don't want to say it because it'll spoil it, but it was hilarious.
Hey, I might be close to the end. I'm not sure, but
Oh, believe me, son.
Did you see the
Hey!
image? Did you see the post where somebody put X and men together, and it's X-Men?
yeah,
I
that's
was
so
like,
killer.
I was
Yeah.
like, damn. I was like, I didn't even think
but,
of that.
Hey, Garrett, listen to me. Really quick, let me answer this one thing. Jeff asked, how much do the wax melts go for? They're $5 each, Ken. Jeff, and listen to me, Jeff. Be smart. Get more than one. I can fit 3 in the small mailer. Shipping's the same. Don't be a bozo. And listen, guys, this Uber Jason is the real deal. Anyway, men. Now, Garrett, I will say this. This isn't a spoiler for the people that haven't seen it either. The performance in this performances in the movie, especially
Rory Kinnear.
that harsh scene dealing with the suicidal. Oh my God, it's one of the most painful things to watch. In some of the best acting I've seen in horror. In horror, to me, this is the second best A24 film. It's the second best, and that's how I feel about it.
You said you hadn't seen Ex Machina, have you?
Not yet. I
know-
just got it.
You have got to watch that movie. That's
You know what, dude?
Alex
I
Garland.
watched it and I thought it was all right.
What?
Ex Machina.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay. I wasn't blown away at all.
You know what, Garrett, dude? You know what,
What?
Garrett? You're trying to get yourself uninvited. That's
Listen,
what you're trying to do.
you haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah, but I know it's good. This is my favorite movie. I can't wait to watch it.
It's so good.
Dude, I
It's so
fucking
good.
love this movie. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch this movie.
I think
it.
Ex Machina is probably the best science fiction movie of the century.
It
It's
wasn't
up there.
bad. It wasn't bad, but I was expecting more from it.
It's up there with Blade Runner as far
It's
that
an
movie's gonna have a
Academy
legacy.
Award winner and best visual effects. Dude, I fucking love this movie.
It's incredible. Oscar Isaac, Domhnall Gleeson.
Where's the
Alicia
digital code?
Vikander.
There's no digital code in here.
What? No.
Anyway, that's my favorite A24 film is Ex Machina.
Ex Machina?
Ex Machina.
How is
my
it not
favorite.
Ex Machina? Doesn't it look like Machina?
Yeah, that's what I
That's what I thought when it
that's
first
what I've been
came
calling
out.
it for years. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my favorite. That movie will blow you away. You'll love it.
Good.
You've seen Annihilation, haven't you?
Yeah, I've seen Annihilate. Yes, I've
The
seen
one with
Annihilate.
the bear.
Yeah, I've
Bear
seen
scene.
that. I'm ready to see this. I haven't seen this. The Gift. Have you guys seen The Gift?
No.
It's
No,
got
but I know Katie Holmes shows her titties in that movie.
I love this movie. So this is my favorite movie ever, dude.
You ever seen Harold and Kumar go to White Castle?
Oh yes, I have.
That's
I've been to a White
That's what
Castle.
they say when they bring up The Gift in that movie.
Well, cool. I'm excited to watch Ex Machina. That should be a K if it's Machina.
Ex Machina.
I'm gonna talk to the director about that. See if we can get this fixed. But
I hope the director says it's Machina, and then
yes, Miss Machina.
what do you mean Machina? I don't know.
No,
Where you
let
get
me-
that from.
Let me ask you guys this. So Black Phone, I don't recall talking to Garrett or Ken about this movie. I saw the movie in theaters. I thought the movie was good. The movie got a lot of praise. I feel the movie was just plain, flat out good, not great. I thought it felt a little disjointed. I couldn't tell if we were going for this serious thing or if we were going for this supernatural telekinetic type thing with the kid. Not telekinetic, not the right word, but I think you understand what I'm saying. I wish we would have leaned a little harder into the dread of being kidnapped a little bit more. Do you guys feel the same? Were you big fans of the Black Phone?
I feel about the same as you. I thought it was okay.
I would say the same. I liked it a lot, but there was more. I wanted more. I think
I wanted more Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, like there was more I wanted. Like the kidnapping scene. I hope I don't want to spoil it. Where you see him for the first time, and like when they were talking about the van and all that. Like I wanted more of that and less about him just being down there. Like I wanted more of him on the street.
You wanted the more realistic. Yeah, I understand.
The first 30 minutes of that movie are extremely suspenseful. And
I loved all
dreadful.
that. Like everything before he's down in the thing, I was like in love with it. And then as he get down there, I was kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The old dead kids talking on the phone. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt it felt disjointed to me. You know what I mean? Like I feel, and I mean no disrespect when I say this. I can't really comment on the literature of Joe Hill. I know that's Steven's kid. He's probably extremely talented. Again, I haven't read his stuff. Sue me in the chat. I don't mean this in a negative way. I wonder if this movie got the really high praise because they wanted it to be this. It's Steven's kid. This has to be amazing, right? I just don't know. I'd like to see more of Joe Hill's works get adapted. I think that's a really good start.
Did you do that one movie with Daniel Radcliffe? Is it called like Horns or something?
No, it was Swiss Army Man, wasn't it?
Swiss Army Man, I love. I didn't know. That's a bizarre fucking A24 film. That's the
same directors that did that Everything Everywhere All at Once movie.
I love that too. I love that too.
But no, it's I think it was called Horns. And that
was Horn. Yeah. That was a good movie. I thought that was good with Radcliffe.
Yeah. Radcliffe's a good actor. But yeah, no, it feels like a trend going on this year. People are overhyping horror movies. And it was started with X for me.
You didn't think X was a masterpiece?
No, I did. I thought it was okay. It's fine. But
Garrett.
Hey, listen, it's in my opinion, I liked X better than Machina over there. But hey, that's just me.
But there is a chance that it could be made better by Pearl.
Will you like Ex Machina?
I liked it. I wouldn't put it at
Garrett.
Number 1 A24. But
let's hear him out, Mr. Ken over here with his good guy shirt. Tell me why X was not.
Horror.
No, for real. What was what was it about X? Were you wanting more titties from X? Was it?
No, I actually didn't feel like there was. It was. I didn't feel like it was good enough.
Yes.
I was like, really? Like this is the movie that everybody's hyping, saying so hardcore and so like new and fresh and original. I'm like, what? This is Texas Chainsaw with old people and with young people in old makeup, ridiculous looking old makeup, killing kids.
What?
It's
you thought it was ridiculous makeup? I thought it was.
I thought it was horrible. I thought it looked like the old guy dancing in Six Flags. Like that's what it reminded me.
No.
And I know that the old man was actually, he was an older guy. I think he was like 50 or 60, the guy that played him. So he didn't have to age too much. But I thought Mia Goth looked ridiculous. I thought that old lady looked ridiculous.
I just thought that it was hard for me to even understand that was her in there. Like I'm looking at the faces and I'm like, holy shit! Like how much makeup does she have on? Because there was like the nose, everything was so different between the two. But did you kind of look at the old guy and you thought it was maybe Johnny Knoxville in there?
A little bit.
You know, my favorite performer was of the movie. This is why I love this movie. Was the Matthew McConaughey guy?
That's exactly what he was.
He was just like. I
liked the movie a lot. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I really.
Well, okay, so let's get this straight. I didn't say I'm in the same boat about.
But it's not a horror masterpiece.
I liked it, but I didn't want to put it at the level that Kenny Levels put it at. I
gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Well, here's the deal with X. X is a pure 4.5 out of 5. But are you ready for Pearl? Are you ready for Pearl?
I feel like Pearl might make it better because I think it'll make more sense. It'll make that old lady character make a little bit more sense. So I'm hoping that it'll recontextualize the movie for me.
I mean, aren't you?
I like it more.
And all this crap that we see now, we're seeing a lot of stuff take place in the 70s, but God knows there's so much stuff that takes place retroactively 80s in movies now. I do appreciate the black phone was 70s, so that they captured the 70s vibe good.
I did too. Yeah.
But I am so excited to see a 50s era movie. I mean, doesn't that sound
Oh,
fun?
I think it's the 20s.
The 20s.
I
This was old
actually
in
think
X then.
Yeah, she was like 90 something. I think it was like I actually think it's the 10s.
That's right, because if she was 90s, if she was in her 90s in the 70s, that means
it's like the beginning of actual filmmaking.
Dude, that's awesome then. Like that's different.
I'm excited for that time period.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
really
excited too. And I think about the whole thing with X and not just the movie itself, but I also think like, dude, what has Ty West done here where this guy was kind of dormant for a little while, goes up. Oh, baby.
Bro's gonna fucking scare her.
Goes to, where was it, New Zealand or whatever he did all these, films 2 movies that no one hears about.
That's badass.
Comes back. X came out of freaking left field, and I heard nothing about this movie until I saw Scream, and I think it popped out as a trailer. I'm like, what is this? Not only that, the guy also filmed a freaking prequel in the process. Like, to me, the whole idea of getting 2 movies in the same year, right? It's coming out this year, right, Pearl?
Like in what, November?
I mean, just think about the whole deal behind that. Like, we barely get sequels nowadays on non-franchise movies anymore, and this guy's going to come out with like a little bit of like 2 movies in a year with to branch the story together. I just think the whole idea is just so unique that it's like you gotta really respect it for sure.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. My biggest problem was I just didn't understand why they had to use Mia Goth as the old lady, but now I do because they're making Pearl, so it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't you just get an actual old lady? Because I get creeped out by old ladies. Like that's one thing that like creeps me out in horror movies.
During the scene with the husband and wife at the end, and Ken's like, I wanted a real old lady. Damn it.
Well, you go back and watch a movie like The Visit. The old lady crawling under the crawl space of the house is like one of the creepiest scenes. And then the old ladies at the end of Paranormal Activity 3 when they walk outside. Like that.
How about Deborah Logan?
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the cover of it, but I haven't.
You got to see it. You got to see it.
The thing about the old people makeup, Ken, I can understand your thought process on that, but I think that the makeup was distressed a little bit to make the creep factor of them a little higher in a sense. I don't know if campy is the right word to use with it, but if they just look like regular old people, they would just be fucking in a bed.
Yeah.
BFD. I worked in a nursing home. They fuck in a bed.
It just
They do.
It just didn't work for me. It just didn't work for me. I understand it probably worked for a lot of people, but it just didn't. Again, like I said, all I saw was the guy dancing at Six Flags. It just looked ridiculous.
I love Six Flags. Good. No, but okay. People tell me Pearl comes out next month. Awesome. I can't wait.
I'm excited. Yo, I'll do a commentary for The Happening with Uncle Bill for 500. No, I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do it for 100.
Yeah,
I like that movie. I like that movie. So did you guys
all along?
Did you guys check out Prey, and did you check out Orphan's First Kill?
Listen, I
went to Orphan First Kill before I came in here. Actually, just finished it.
I know Christian liked it, right? What did you think? I haven't watched it yet, but I loved the first one. So tell me what.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead. I'll go last.
I liked it a lot, but I just watched the first one for the first time yesterday.
Right.
So I watched that for the first time, and then I watched First Kill. So I still like the first one better, probably. But yeah, I thought the second one was really solid. I didn't see the twist coming that happens.
They did a great job.
I'll say that.
There were things about 2 that I like more than 1, and there were things about 1 that I like more than 2. But the beauty of it, Garrett, is if you were in a coma and you woke up today and you watched both of them together, you would thought that they were literally one came out the next year from the other one.
Right.
Because
which is insane to me because it's been so long, and for the girl to it's a prequel, right?
It's a prequel, but it's not really that. It's not necessarily that they made that she still looked young and stuff like that. It's that the film legitimately looked like it was shot with that 2009 aesthetic. And I can't really give you the words to describe that well, but you know what I mean. You know what that aesthetic is. Like when you watch, they nailed it. It felt like it was filmed 11 years ago, and it had that kind of Saw inspired color vibes and some stuff, like dark
Mhm.
coloring and not bright lighting. I kind of miss that, quite frankly. Everything's so pristine and lit nowadays, but I thought that was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I'm excited to check it out. I think, is it on Paramount Plus? That's probably why I haven't watched it yet, because I don't have Paramount Plus. So,
It's coming out on Blu-ray.
yeah, I'm
They're
gonna get
putting
it
a
when
Blu-ray
it
out.
comes out for sure.
I'm just so glad. I mean, aren't you guys a little nervous that, like, oh my God, this is going straight to streaming? I wonder if this is going to get a Blu-ray. But I will say, it seems like Paramount is good about keeping their physical stuff going. I mean, for God's sake,
Paramount's interesting in a bunch of these. Well, yeah, a bunch of these like mainstream companies. It's strange because as much as physical media in a sense is really dying when it comes to, I think I went to Target the other day and there was like no movies left. It was like the aisle was something else. And unless they moved them, I don't know, or they just have like a little new release rack in the front, it's dying in that aspect. But because the collector market is so strong, Paramount's like putting out a bunch of things that collectors only give a shit about. Like, it's like, hey, we're doing Running Man Steelbook, and the Steelbook will have a slip. Like, who thinks like that, right? Like, what? That's not a studio, mindset.
Well, to be fair, they ripped that idea straight from Lionsgate because they started doing it a couple of years ago.
That's fine.
I know, but I'm saying,
which I like that. I like that Lionsgate's
is
inspiring others to do the same thing.
Yeah, which is fine, but it's just one of those things. Like, when do they ever give that much of a shit about that stuff? It's a Steelbook plus you get a slip on. Like, that to me just seems like someone there is really paying attention to what people want, and the people they're really advertising for are collectors. Like, do you think that the kid down the street gives a shit about if his Steelbook, if it's a Steelbook or it has a slipcover? Probably not.
Yeah,
people are saying it's playing in some theaters. Orphans
I
First
did hear
Kill.
that too.
Yeah,
well, awesome. It would have been a great theater experience too. I promise you. I liked it a lot. And Prey. Did everybody see Prey, the Predator?
I did.
Yeah, I liked it.
I want to go on record that, because again, here's the thing too.
Garrett hated it.
No, see, that's the thing. I didn't hate it, but because like you don't say it's perfection, it's already under the assumption that you hated it, right? Like, that was my video, was basically talking about it was good, but to come out and say that it was a masterpiece and better than the first one, that to me is a little much. And I'm going to go out and say, I'm going to speak the truth and be like, it's not even close as better than the original one. And that's all I said. But because that's what I said, it becomes, oh, he hated it. He hit it. No, I didn't hate it. I think out of the whole franchise, it's definitely the third best one. I mean, I even think if you look at Predator 2, I can understand if this one takes its place as the second best. In my opinion, I would rather watch Predator 2, but that's me. But I can understand people maybe not doing that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I didn't hate Prey, but I also don't think it's, flawless at all. I think that I had a lot of issues with the main character, to be honest with you. I had some issues with some of the CGI that we saw. I love the fact that the Predator itself was not CGI, and I liked the way it looked, the way it was shot. I liked the aesthetics. I like being in the woods. I love the native aspect to it. I loved all that. The girl, to me, I had a problem with her because when I had no idea what this movie was about. I didn't even know it was a prequel. So when it started up and she's in a tent with like a dog and like the getup on, and she's like talking about and then throwing a hatchet, I'm like, where are we here? Like, I had no idea this took place in like the 1700s, because she wasn't talking nor acting like the rest of the cast was. So that was my biggest problem with the movie, was just those little things.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest mistake they made, was they should have just done the whole thing in Comanche.
And if I watch it again in Comanche, I think I might enjoy it more, because I'm not going to hear her voice sound like a girl from 2022 talking to people from the 1700s.
She looked like Aubrey Plaza. And kind of,
which isn't
like
a negative. Now, if Aubrey Plaza was fighting a Predator, Garrett would be like, you know what, Arnie, man, you had a good run. Here's the thing, though, guys, and this goes to what Garrett is saying. Make no mistake, Ken. People talk about the Predator franchise. Oh, this one's not this one. Make no mistake. That first movie is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Okay? You're never going to get to that level. It's the Predator. Don't get me wrong. There's a Predator in the movie.
Probably top 3 Arnold
but it's an
film.
Arnold Schwarzenegger movie we're talking about. We're not talking about a Predator film. We're talking about an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. So I think people gotta. It's not that they forget that, but they forget the context of that. Dude, there's only one way to ever come close to doing that. That's to have Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger do another one. But that boat has passed, so it wouldn't work at this point. But
the thing I love most about it was they took what everybody was bitching about before the movie even came out. How's a girl going to fight a predator? And they actually made that make sense as to why she was able to fight him and ultimately defeat him. And that's what I like the most about it. Is they had an explanation for it.
What I liked a lot was like the Predator when he would kill people. I just like he would boom and he would take his blade and he was like he had some
personality.
I liked that. I liked that a lot. I liked his skull thing with the laser thing. I thought it was a good movie. I'm just like,
for me it would be my second favorite, but I haven't seen Predator 2 in probably 20 years, so I have to go
Predator
back
2 is
rewatch
mean.
it. I watch the first one like every couple of years. I mean, I know I love that movie.
Dude, it's
never
the fucking
topping that.
greatest.
That's in my top 50 of all time.
I would agree. To me, I think Predator is possible top 5. When I think about it with Arnie, I mean, me and Garrett, I don't know if Garrett's the same. I know me and Garrett adore Last Action Hero. That's my all-time favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film. I think Predator is probably in my top 5. I mean,
it's
my
top 3 Arnold's pretty basic. It'd be the first 2 Terminator movies and Predator.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We talked about, we did the Schwarzenegger, we did the Stallone stream, and we vaguely
Total
talked
Recall
about,
probably in my
let's
top 5.
do this again with Arnold, which I still think we
need to. We need to.
And same format with the tier system and stuff, because I was a bigger Arnold fan growing up than I was a Sly fan personally. So to me, like, man, it's such a great movie. And you know what else is funny is I rewatched Predator after I watched Prey, just because I wanted to see some comparisons. And what the Predator in the original one it's still scary as shit to me. Like, and I don't know if it's because now with Prey and all that stuff, it's like, oh my God, we've seen the Predator 1,000 times, so it is what it is. But going back and watching the original one, like, something about it, and I don't know what it is, it was intimidating. Like, even now watching it again, you're kind of like, you're intimidated by this Predator. It was just so, I don't know what it is. And I don't know if you guys had that similar feeling.
Dude, just the way the Predator looks at the end of the first Predator, and like you see him and he's got eyes and you see his fucking eyes and he backhands Arnold. He just goes, pow. Like, that shit was freaky. The design of the Predator, you know, you hate to say it, but like, honestly, I don't think that they ever got the look. And you gotta appreciate the setting. I like Predator 2, but the Predator works the best in that fucking jungle where it's nasty and humid and gross. And he looks like some kind of jungle demon kind of freak. It's just, let's hear some damn love for Predator 2 right now. Well, I thank you for the $1.99. I like Predator 2. I don't think it's the first one. I think Predator 2 is mean. And there's that one scene where the cop goes into the room and there's just fucking bodies hanging. Like, Part 2 is a horror film, you know? Like a legit. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming both of you guys
Predator
are fans.
thinking it was badass when I was a kid. When I would get to Predator 2, I was like, this is like Jason or something. I don't know. It felt like a different tone.
You're right. The tone is very different, you know.
Yeah. Are you guys Alien versus Predator fans as well? I think they're fun.
It's been forever since I've seen it. I used to watch the first one a lot, but the Requiem I probably only saw once.
Dude, the Predators are kind of like governmental and like political. Like, they have like the aliens are the evil ones. So like, honestly, I pull for the aliens in the movies because like the Predators are like civilized.
Well, you know, that was my issue with those movies is I remember seeing that in the theater being so hyped, basically because I was a big fan of the damn video game for Sega Genesis. They had that, and they had like Terminator versus RoboCop, which never amounted to anything or whatever. But I wanted to go check it out, and I don't know, I had an issue with them only because them fighting each other, they felt less intimidating than when they're fighting humans. Like, I feel like they were too evenly matched in a sense that they almost came off weaker, in my opinion, than like in the standalone movies. So I don't think I've even ever watched Requiem, to be honest.
Yeah, I like the first one, but Requiem, after I watched it once, I was like, I don't need to watch this again.
Christian, do you think that I'm sorry. Do you think the new Return of the Living Dead 4K will have new features? What are you expecting and hoping to see? I mean, God knows I'm excited for that. I'm anticipating no new special features. Nada. I'm expecting zilch. The only thing I'm expecting is mold, scratched discs, and late shipping. Are you guys expecting the same thing?
Let's talk about this really quick.
Getting it? You're getting it, right?
Of course I'm getting it. Yeah.
I'm
not getting those pins.
I pre-ordered it already, but guys, what do you and maybe Ken can fill me in, because again, I was getting things kind of secondhand because I've been working all day. But what do you guys think about the Army of Darkness when they set up like, hey, this is what this is going to have now? Because I'm at a point where I'm literally thinking about canceling my pre-order.
I don't even think I saw that.
I am so not buying it. They dropped the fucking ball. There's one great cut of that movie, and it's not even fucking on that. So fuck them.
Did they drop another cut? I know they said that the director's cut wouldn't be going to be on there, right?
Well, there's only, I think the theatrical's in 4K, and everything else on it is the Blu-ray cut. So it's not all
they're
the
going to be
cuts
on
are
there.
4K.
It's just not going to be the.
Oh,
the
well, yeah.
4K.
Still, no. There's one cut of that movie I watch, and they're not giving me the 4K of it.
And there's no new features. And a part of me is like thinking about it, and I'm like, what am I spending money on? A different slipcover at this point? Like, how much better is that theatrical cut going to look? Because I just watched Red Dawn, and to be honest, I love the Steelbook. I think it looks freaking awesome, but I didn't think the movie looked way better than my Blu-ray copy did. So I don't know. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm almost just too lazy to contact Screen Factory to cancel my order. Like, if it was easy as a click of a button, I'd probably do it. But it's just, I'm discouraged again. It's like, what am I paying for? The slipcover?
I haven't ordered Army of Darkness. I pre-ordered it once, and that's all I got out of me.
Well, they did the same thing with. They did the same thing with. They did the same thing with Life Force. They gave you the 4K of the theatrical cut.
Oh yeah.
The director's cut. The director's cut has more titties.
Now
you gotta have the director's cut.
Is this going to be like, hey, we're going to do this now, but in 2 years we'll re-release it with everything in 4K? Like, is that the plan here? Like, why don't just give it to us now? And we have the Blu-ray already.
With Army of Darkness, I don't have the Blu-ray. I only have the Screwball edition DVD that I picked up at the Walmart bin years ago.
Hell yeah.
So it'll be an upgrade for me either way.
Yeah.
So,
thank you, Robert A. Since Disney owns both, do you see them building to Alien vs. Predator a la Marvel after establishing both with many movies? Thank you very, very much for the $5 super chat. Now, guys, explain this to me. I noticed that some people overseas were saying, I just watched Prey on Disney+. So Disney owns Predator and Alien? What, it was 20th Century Fox? And so they own their catalog? They bought 20th Century?
Yeah, and also Hulu is Disney owns Hulu. So it's Hulu. It's Hulu in the States, and it'll be Disney Plus in like Canada and overseas. Because I don't think
going on?
I don't know if Canada has Hulu. Maybe that's why, because they don't have Hulu up there.
Probably so. Do I think that they're going to do an Alien versus Predator again? I don't know. But if I'll say
it'll probably be a 6-episode TV series.
Yeah, I'll say exactly. Hey, but I'll say this for the first. Who produced that Prey movie? Who was the production company? Who produced it? Because do you guys know? Because I'll say this let's just call it the first Disney Predator film.
Yeah,
not bad for right out the gate.
It's 20th Century Studios, which is under the Disney umbrella.
You write on Twitter, Prey is the Disney Predator, and see the hate comments you're gonna get through your feed.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And now technically,
how dare you say such a thing?
It technically means Hellraiser is a Disney ad.
Oh, we got to talk about that
now too.
We've got to talk about. Are you guys? My thing is
Pinhead
this.
On Disney Plus.
My thing is this: they have dished out those Hellraiser sequels like fucking hot potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I will watch at this point. If you throw Hellraiser on anything, I'll watch it, because how much worse could it get?
It can't get any worse. I didn't even watch the last 4 ones they did. I stopped at Hellworld.
Yeah,
You stopped at Hell World. That's a highlight of the series.
No, it wasn't.
I like the one without Doug Bradley. What's that one?
I kept buying them for some reason for years because I was just hoping they were going to make another good one, and they never did.
I'm gonna watch Hellraiser, but I haven't looked at anything. Is there a trailer? I don't know. I haven't paid attention to it. I'm not.
It's not Doug Bradley, right? Is it Doug Bradley?
I think it's a female, right?
Well, that was the HBO. I thought HBO was doing one.
What? There's gonna be multiple?
I think there's a movie and there's a TV series.
Oh, there's a TV show? I'm confused.
Or I thought it was just the movie. I
think it's just the movie that's going to be coming out.
There's been a lot of Hellraiser news over the past couple of years, but I remember originally it was supposed to be a HBO TV series that might have got canceled though.
I'm not excited for it, but I'll watch it. Put it that way. So I don't care, but if I can watch it for free, I'll check it out. Same thing, and I know I might piss a lot of people off. Do you know what I really don't care about? Terrifier 2. Don't care.
One thing at a time, Garrett. Hold on, Garrett. We're getting there.
I like that guy. That's the guy I like.
This is Garrett's favorite. This is dude. He looks.
Look at that guy.
Look at his face. Garrett. I mean, Ken.
Yeah, I missed the boat on that one.
You didn't see that one?
No. I told you.
You didn't see Revelations? That's Dimension Extreme. Garrett, you know about Garrett. Dimension Extreme.
Oh yeah, man.
Quality.
Who was the big actor that was in Hellworld?
Black Sheep. This is quality.
This is quality. Don't get off topic, Ken. We're talking Dimension Extreme right now.
You know what we're gonna do, Ken?
Label.
We're gonna take that picture right there. We're gonna take it. Send it to me. I'm gonna make a meme, and underneath it's gonna say, "It's not that bad."
It's actually a pretty good sequel.
Dimension Extreme means quality. It's a seal of approval. Do you understand me, Ken? You have a lot to learn.
I'll get this question all the time, asking me if I would what I think of a Hellraiser Scream Factory box set, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Who wants that?
There's only one that deserves a Blu-ray, and it's Hellraiser's Revelations.
Look at that.
The hardest part about this franchise is that it is a franchise, Ken. The quicker you realize that.
I don't own one Hellraiser movie on Blu-ray.
What? You don't have the Arrow?
Dude, no, I didn't. I never bought them. I keep thinking about doing it every single sale, but the reason I won't is because I really feel like they're going to do 4Ks of those.
I was just going to say, they're going to do a Scarlet box set 4K. And I'm going to begrudgingly, I'm going to say no. My Scarlet box set is in my top 5 favorite releases I own. I love my
What's in the Scarlet? Is it the first 4?
Revelations, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and they got the most amazing documentaries called Leviathan, making ofs. They're
so no Bloodline.
No,
Bloodline's a guilty pleasure. I would do 4Ks of up till Bloodline.
You like Bloodline, but you don't like Hellseeker. You don't like.
I don't even know what the fuck Hellseeker is. That
Hellseeker's the best one. Hellseeker,
the best one.
Hellseeker is this guy. Spoiler alert on Hellseeker. This cop is investigating these kills. He's killing people in his sleep. Pinhead shows up for 15 seconds and says,
he always did. Just
hey, you're doing it. And he leaves. That's it. That's Hellseeker.
Is that the one they brought back Ashley Lawrence on?
It may be Heatseeker. Is it Heatseeker? I think Heatseeker is an AC/DC song.
Yeah, no, I think it's Hellseeker. Click that picture on the top right. That one where he looks like he's kind of doing like a pose, like a model pose. Yeah, that's the one. you get like a new angle. Yeah. Look at him.
Dude, this is amazing. Like, who needs Doug Bradley when you've got needs Doug Bradley when you have let's see. Let me do a little search. Who the hell needs Doug Bradley when you've got the great Stephen Smith Collins.
Wow.
Hellraiser Revelations is now free on Pluto. It's now free on Tubi. Ooh. It's now free on Vudu. It's now free on Plex TV. It's free on the Roku channel. You do not have to pay a fucking penny to see Hellraiser Revelations.
Thank God. Look at all that bullshit down there. What is
on every goddamn site?
Go look at Tyler Durden's comment. Find him.
My ex-wife looks like Finhead. Dude, somebody is saying, look at this. You guys see the screen? You can't make this shit up. It's free on air. Somebody who was involved with this movie is saying, please, somebody watch the fucking movie so I can get the 37 cents from the Dove soap commercial ads. I've
Oh
got to
my
recoup
God.
my money.
Look at Lepke's comment.
That Finhead guy looks like Lauren from Reaching.
Oh, that's not nice.
Now,
Poor Lauren.
can we expect a 3-part retrospective series on Hellraiser Revelations?
At least.
On your
At
channel.
least.
Now,
Probably
comes out on-
6.
If it comes out on Blu-ray, are you picking it up?
I'm very long-winded. It's probably 6. I probably can't do it in 3.
A 6-part series on
Yeah.
Hellraiser Revelations?
Yeah.
I think I have the DVD of Hellraiser with a slip.
Yes!
Revelation. I think
Yes!
I got it. I think I have it with the slip.
With
You
the
Can you
should
send
tell-
that to me?
Send
No, you
it
should
to
do-
you. Send it to you.
That's it's limited, man. You're gonna go to your wife and just say, "Hey, I got a great new episode from Married with Media. We're gonna talk
Hellraiser. Honey,
Revelations."
honey, do you want to watch it on Pluto, Tubi, Vudu, Plex, or the Roku channel?
I'm
We're gonna
trying
put
to
it on-
I'm trying to
Honey.
get her into watching. I'm trying to actually get her to watch more horror movies. I don't want to drive her away.
It'd
She'll
be funny
never
though
watch horror with me
someone
again.
comes across her channel and all of a sudden it's like we reviewed Hellraiser Revelations. Like it's such clickbait, you know?
Hey guys, I want Ken to be like, hey guys, I checked out the new Hellraiser movie. I think there might be some confusion. I didn't watch it on Hulu. I watched it on Tubi. It was called Revelations. I don't think this was the new one, but we're gonna review this one anyway. I just so I didn't watch the new one, but here we go anyway. Like,
Oh,
There we
it's so
go.
funny.
And it's actually not that bad.
oh my god, we got one. He's gonna watch Revelations tonight. Follow up on Revelations. What?
That's funny.
Was
gonna
there
fall
ever a
asleep
good
to it.
Hellraiser movie?
Ah man, you know what? Hey, I know me and you are gonna not agree on this, but I like the first one the best.
The first
Second
one was
one's the best
amazing.
for me.
To me, Hellraiser 2, Hellbound is one of the greatest films of the decade.
It's an epic movie. It's an epic horror
Yeah,
movie.
I
They don't make another
I
horror
actually
movie
think
like that.
3 is really underrated personally. I
Hellraiser-
had fun. I had a lot of fun with 3.
Hellraiser 3 is
Hellraiser 2 is like Lord of the Rings of horror.
awesome. Here,
I've
here it
never
is,
seen
Garrett.
Lord of the Rings.
Here it is, Garrett.
What?
I've never
What?
seen it. I have no interest in that.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
So
No.
hear me out on Hellraiser 2. I love the first one. It's amazing. How many times, Garrett, did you ever go down the video store and look at the artwork of a movie
Oh, yeah.
and you picture the movie in your head? How many times out of 10 do you think that what you picture in your head is more evil and sadistic, and how many times has that movie gotten close to what you had pictured in your head? Out
Yeah,
of 10
no,
times.
you're gonna tell me Hellraiser 2 is what you see what you get.
Exceeded. It exceeded. When I think of Hellraiser, when you see the image of Pinhead, to me, I expect blood. That and Hellraiser 2 delivered that.
That
But I
scene with the
also
guy
love-
scratching all the. They make
It's
him think he's
brutal.
infested. Oh my god!
They do everything
with
so unconventional too, Garrett. They put themselves up against the wall. Forget Uncle Frank. I don't care if he was crucial. He's barely anything in this movie. We don't need him.
Yeah.
That was really risky, but the
Mhm.
doctor character worked. The limitations worked for that movie. They talked about creating this whole world and they couldn't do it. I think Hellraiser 2 was just the nastiest.
The
just-
score in
oh.
that movie is one of my favorites of all time. I love
Yeah.
the score in the first one, but the second one just is so bombastic and epic.
But I think the second one, the second best to me is the first one. I think the first one is brilliant, and I love the first one so much. But
I love
Yeah.
horror movies that leads sequels that lead right into each other.
Yeah, I
Like
do.
part
too.
That's
1
awesome.
and 2, like
That's
Halloween 1
awesome.
and 2.
Mhm.
And that one does it.
oh man, well guys, do we have any final thoughts? The last things we could talk about tonight? What do you guys have coming up, or have you seen anything else lately?
Just go check out my review of Coneheads.
Coneheads.
Say Coneheads.
I know
Aren't
we
you watching
mentioned
Ebola's syndromes?
Yeah.
You don't sound excited.
not really.
Did you buy the 4K of it?
No, so what happened was they kept bugging me to watch Ebola Syndrome or buy it from Vinegar Syndrome. I'm like, I'm not watching that. It's not my cup of tea. And then the chat's like, if we buy it for you, will you do a commentary on it? And I was like, I guess. And then sure enough, it came to my house and got to do it. So it won't be on my channel though. It's too X-rated for the G-rated superstar, you know. So it's going to be only on Dead Pit's channel, exclusive. If you guys want to check it out on Friday, we'll be doing commentary for Ebola Syndrome. So I don't know who. Ken, have you seen this?
No, I don't watch trash like
Christian,
that.
have you seen this?
I have not seen Ebola Syndrome.
All right, and you know what's funny about it is it just got announced today that like another company's putting it out again. I'm like, what is it? This and like I was like, wow, it's getting some hype or something. Like, what is going on with this thing? But guys in the chat, let me know. Have you watched Ebola Syndrome and what am I in for here?
Dalton, really, yeah, we'll wait for the comments to roll in on Ebola Syndrome. But Dalton says everyone talks about how no one can replace Robert as Freddy, but Doug Bradley as Hellraiser deserves that same kind of respect. No one will replace him. I got 2 words for you, Dalton: Hellraiser Revelations, Dimension Extreme. Garrett, do you have the DVD accessible right now?
I can go get it.
Go get the DVD for Hellraiser Revelations.
Did he say it had lenticular slip as well?
He said it had a slip. If the Dimension logo is not on the slip cover, I walk. I will not end the stream. I will walk, and the stream can continue to run on.
Depending on how quick he comes back, I'll tell you that he was getting ready to watch that thing soon.
I have seen
It's
Ebola
readily
Syndrome.
accessible.
I have seen Ebola Syndrome. Like I said earlier in the chat, eat some Chinese pork while you. It's a disgusting film. Garrett, you are in for shit, says Douglas.
Sounds like a winner.
We are patiently awaiting the arrival of our special guest of the night, the Hellraiser Revelations TV.
You've seen that movie?
I've seen Hellraiser Revelations. I've watched it one time, and I just remember, not being. I take that back. It probably was the best movie I've ever seen. Certainly the best Hellraiser film I've ever seen.
Yeah. Blows 2 out of the water for sure.
It's not even close. It's not even close. I think they have special effects in Revelations too, if memory serves.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Scream Factory doing it in 4K. Get a few posters that are ripped, and maybe I'll have to provide proof of destruction.
Bro, no slip. It might be in the slip box.
What?
Yeah, it might be. It might be in the. I have a box of slips. It might be in there because it's.
Can we get? This is let's full screen you. Somebody screenshot this and post it online. We've got the Hellraiser Revelations DVD on hand. Look at that face. Imagine that was a death metal record. Like, you would buy that shit. Look how good that is. There we go. We've got the shot.
He
Look
did
at that, dude.
Can you
return of Pinhead?
Please read the synopsis for the audience so they can get ready to watch.
You couldn't get that on Blu-ray?
It's coming. We're getting a 4K.
Pinhead is back in the next chilling chapter of this ever-popular Hellraiser series created by horror master Clive Barker. 2 American teenagers in Mexico for a little adventure discover a familiar little puzzle box and unleash Pinhead in unspeakable terror. A year later, the boys' parents get together for a dinner in memory of their missing sons. In the dead of night, one of the boys shows up at the doorstep, exhausted, terrified, and hunted. Pinhead and his legion are closing in. That told me nothing about this movie.
It sounds fucking good.
Cover is in the same. You got the big vault.
I got a slipcover vault for all my. It's like money nowadays. Like, I don't need the savings account. I got all the slips over here.
He's got his little vault on the wall. You open up slipcovers.
You know what the special features are on this
trailer?
Deleted scenes.
Deleted scenes. They deleted scenes from this movie.
Sick.
Oh,
Like that, a Dimension Extreme logo, everything. This is what I'm talking about. If I'll go through and I'll try to find that slip. If I can find the slip, Ken, I can send you just the slip.
Thank you.
You want.
What? Send me the movie. Let me borrow it. I'll send it back to you.
Borrow, you'll send it back. The guy who like says, I don't like to go to the post office and send people shit.
No, I'll send it back with you to you with the Madman slip.
oh my god!
I feel bad I haven't sent that yet. It's coming.
All right.
It's on the table.
Oh, the last thing I wanted to bring up real quick. Are you guys picking up Evil Dead 2013 on 4K?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's my
hell
most
yeah.
anticipated
Yeah.
of
me
all the
too.
Scream Factory shit.
Have they
Everything.
announced if they're doing the uncut version of that?
They gotta, but it's probably gonna be like Blu-ray.
I think they already did announce it as the uncut.
I'll be honest with you. That's really not even a deal breaker for me. If it's the theatrical 4K, because that movie, even theatrically, is great. I mean, the uncut's better. Don't get me wrong. There's some great stuff in there, but it still wouldn't even be, that movie's so good it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. I'd still get the theatrical cut on 4K. But I do hope
think
it
it's
is
gonna
uncut.
look amazing.
I felt like I remember when that I loved it so much when that came out. I felt like Tony on the release day. Like, dude, I have like 4 editions of Evil Dead 2013. I bought the Steelbook. There was like a Best Buy exclusive.
I
bought
recently grabbed that Blu-ray with the unrated that went down in price, but I didn't, and then they announced the 4K.
Oh, I actually don't have the unrated at all on physical media. I've seen it.
I got the DVD and I have the Blu-ray. I found the Blu-ray at a half price books like last year, I think.
Get that Steelbook, bro?
No.
Oh boy.
No, I don't.
Where is it? Get the steel, dude.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Ooh.
Nice.
She was so good in that movie.
Oh, she was
Oh
so good.
man.
So
I
good.
can't wait to
I'm
watch
actually, it bums me out that we never got a sequel to this with her. It really still does. So like, you know, I'm excited for Evil Dead Rise, but a part of me always kind of feels like I would have rather seen a sequel to this with her back. So as much as I'm excited for Rise, a part of me is kind of like, I'll see how it is. It is what it is. But if it was a sequel to this with her, I would have been like over the moon.
Speaking of that, did y'all hear the news on Rise today? Now they're putting it in theaters.
Was it not supposed to be originally?
No, it was going to straight to streaming, and now they're going to straight to streaming this year, and now they're saying no, we're putting it in theaters next April.
Oh.
So now it's going to theaters. So
hopefully on HBO Max same day.
We have to talk about this. How could we not? Get ready, chat. Put your 2 cents in there. Halloween ends, premiering on Peacock. Did you guys expect this? I mean,
hell no.
I really didn't think it was going to happen.
It's got to be something with Blumhouse. Hasn't every single Blumhouse movie, well, exception of The Black Phone, I guess, been released on Peacock same day? I mean, Firestarter, They, Them, now Halloween.
I don't know. Potentially. This is something I want clarity on. I want to know the dealings of this because, you know, it's obviously we can all speculate about it, but it's just like, look, I'll be honest with you. The night that movie comes out, I'm probably going to sit on my fucking ass and watch it on my couch.
I'm happy, man. I mean, I work on Fridays. I work like 13, 14 hours. I don't feel like going to the theater that night. So I'll be happy to come home and watch it on Peacock. But that makes my life easier. Yeah. But that's just me. I know a lot of people still want the fun of going to the theaters and stuff. And I understand that. I get it. But they still can. That's the thing. They can still go to the theaters.
It's like Halloween. I've noticed this. And I want to say this is a Halloween fan thing, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think you could take the fan base for anything, and if you put the same situation, they'd probably be the same way. They want to see the movie do really well at the box office. Yeah. But I almost wonder if something's able to get a solo premiere on a streaming site. Isn't that an automatic win too financially? This is the kind of stuff that we, the fans, don't know about, and I'd like to know.
More people get to see it too, and more people get to talk about it. More buzz gets to build.
Yeah,
could lead to a better weekend too. You don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could care less really if it is or not. Like, I'm not upset about it, but I'm kind of in the same boat with you. Like with my work schedule, I'm going to try to go see it in the theaters, but if something happens where I can't, at least I know I can still see it day one for multiple reasons. I could do a review on it. I'm not going to be spoiled if I can't go see it till, Saturday. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely see it as soon as I can, and I guess it's just a matter of the convenience of can I get to the theater or not. But so I think the convenience factor is I'm fine with it, to be honest.
And I mean, it's a Halloween movie. Do you really need to see a Halloween movie in the theaters? I saw all the original Halloweens at home on a small box TV on VHS tape when I was a kid, and I loved them.
The answer to a lot of Halloween fans to that is yes. I'll just say
it's not Top Gun Maverick. I mean, I feel like that was a theatrical experience. I don't know. I'm just so I guess I've kind of soured on the theatrical experience past couple of years.
I'm kind of that way too, man. I like the theater experience, but it's like,
they don't clean the theaters anymore.
What
They don't
sucks is
clean the bathrooms.
some of these movies I want to see in theaters, I don't because I can't. Like I saw Nope and Black Phone in theaters. I would have It's like I would have much rather have seen Orphan First Kill and Prey in theaters. I think I would have had more fun seeing those movies in theaters. But it's like I can't win right now.
Nope was another one that I felt like was a theatrical experience.
It was, and I liked Nope. And me and Garrett did a video on this. It was a good movie. I don't think it was a masterpiece either. I liked it, but I much rather would have seen Orphan, a fucking horror film, in the theater. Yeah. And I wasn't able to see that in the theaters. Like sucks.
I understand. It is fun to see a horror movie in theaters. I do get that. I get it.
Yeah, I agree because that was like my whole teenage years, 20s is horror movies, night of, release date. That was mainly what I was seeing at the time. But it's hard, man. Like, you know how it is, Ken, like and Christian, the same thing. Like you got a job, you're married, you got kids. Like I
got like nobody to watch my kids anymore. Like if my wife and I want to go to theaters, it's noon on a Tuesday when they're in school.
Right. It's not as easy anymore. And it sucks because the last thing I want is for theaters to all go away. But, so I feel like I need to support them because that's the last thing I want. It's just another thing in my, growing up that's gone. Like I would hate for that to happen. So I'm going to try my best to go. I think horror movies in theaters are great. I saw X in theaters. I loved it. I saw Nope. I loved it. I haven't gone to the theater a lot. I've probably gone to the theater since 2019, maybe 5 times. That's it in two years. But I have a tough time watching movies here. I have a great setup, but like as soon as I park down and I do something, like my phone will go off and then I'll look at it. So when I'm in a theater, it's like I can't do shit but watch the movie. So I always feel like I get a better experience than when I'm here because there's 100 other things that start happening. And
put that phone in the other room.
All right, Garrett, I'm going to ask you a question, and your answer is going to be the comment that I bring up, and I want you to say it out loud because whether anybody is a diehard Halloween fan or not, this is the truest answer anybody could ever give. Garrett, would you rather watch Halloween Ends in the theaters or watch it at home?
I would rather watch it in the theaters.
There's your answer.
Michelle, I'd rather watch in the theaters, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. I'm probably going to end up at home. I saw Kills at home. So
Ken, would you rather see Halloween Ends in the theaters or at home?
I'll be honest, man. I'd rather watch it at home.
I'd rather make food and chill out. Michelle,
it's just so much easier.
I mean, the
theaters are like 30 minutes from my house too, so it's just the whole ordeal.
You know what else too? Like if you have Peacock as well, though, it's kind of another thing where I didn't even think about it when it comes to the money. Right now, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna drive to the theater, and then I'm gonna get something to eat, and it's gonna cost me like to just sit at home for free, basically. What, $10 a month or whatever you're paying for Peacock? Yeah. It is kind of a no-brainer.
It gives me a reason to have Peacock,
Right.
So I'm all for it. And I don't feel like it's going to take away from the box office. I feel like the box office is still going to be fine. It's going to be really strong.
History would show that anyway, right? I mean, because last year it did pretty good. The good thing too is this. It's
because all the diehards are going to be there. They're going to be in the theaters supporting Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing too is like nowadays technology has gotten so good. Everybody's got good TVs. We've got great audio. I mean, everybody, all you got to do is spend $150, get you a nice sound bar with a subwoofer. I mean, goddamn, it's close. It's not the theater experience, but shit, turn the lights off and crank up the system. It's fucking close nowadays. So,
And you also know if you have a bad experience, a lot of times it's on you. Sometimes going to the theater and having a couple jackasses behind you ruin the whole thing for you. I mean, that sucks too, right? So,
I mean, I know Garrett's a clean eater, but me and Ken, I can imagine when Ken gets those when Ken has those double chimichangas with a side of dirty rice, and he starts watching, when he starts watching Halloween Ends, and all of a sudden the rivers start flowing, he has got to go to the bathroom.
I'm a clean eater, but when it comes to any kind of like movies or events or something, like I'm I'll go.
Popcorn's my big vice in the theater. I will kill some popcorn.
See, Ken, I always took you as a Mexican plate kind of guy. When you get ready
I've never ate like that in a theater before. Even when a theater offers it, I've never gotten like a plate of anything.
Do y'all have a theater that serves like food? Like
food? Used to. I don't feel like they have recently. But yeah, I used to have like there would be bars and they would serve like actual plates of food and stuff at some of the theaters.
Anybody seeing Jeepers Creepers Reborn?
No.
I didn't buy my tickets, but I want to see it.
I probably won't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't see the third one.
Me either.
I feel like
the third one's
like
not
I'll
great.
see that. Is it going to connect?
I don't know. I think it's actually a requel.
It's going to be Reborn. The Creeper Reborn. I'm not too big on Jeepers Creepers. I like the first one okay, but the second one
I agree with you. I like the first one, but the second one I didn't care for really, and then I didn't bother with the other one.
Yeah, the Jeepers Creepers 3 is not great. It would have been passable if it had come out right after 2, and you were just expecting a slightly diminished experience after each entry. But the fact that it came out years and years later.
Well, I'm still wondering why they're trying to still push this character. Like, in my opinion, I'm like, why can't we just be? Isn't Jeepers Creepers? Can we just be enough with that and try to move on into something different? Because it's already got a little bit of sour taste in general.
Well, they're trying to move the producer, because I think the character has always made money. Even Jeepers Creepers 3, I think from the research I did, it did really well on home video. So there's still profit in the franchise. And I think the producers want to try to keep that going by eliminating the negative, which is obviously Victor Salva. So I don't know. Maybe the movie will be good. I'm sure you'll be able to stream it down the road.
Anything that's got any sort of name recognition nowadays is gonna get remade or rebooted.
So we got to talk about this really quick. I keep forgetting. There's so much shit going on. Garrett brought it up earlier. Terrifier 2. Garrett said he's not interested.
I'll probably watch it if it's like available to me. I don't even know where it's going to be, but I honestly think the first one is probably one of the most overrated hyped movies ever. I hated it. I thought it was fucking boring. I had like one memorable scene with him in the diner or whatever, but the rest was just like, if I wanted to watch like Toe Tag, I would have just kept my DVDs. You know what I mean?
And
like,
the big scene of that movie, they ripped it from Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Those are way better.
Now,
so I don't have any. I have no
interest.
Nah, I mean, but again, if I watch it, I may be surprised. I'm not gonna totally be like, I'm not gonna watch it. If it's accessible to me, I'll check it out. I'm probably not gonna buy it, but that's just.
I'll watch it when it comes to streaming.
Do you know what my favorite Art the Clown movie is? Do you guys know?
All Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve. So you guys have seen that, right?
Yeah.
I love that. It's a charming little anthology film. I love All Hallows Eve. And I like that guy that played Art better. I don't like real skinny Art the Clown, that other clown.
I didn't even realize it was a different guy.
I didn't either.
It was a different guy. Yeah. I love All Hallows Eve. I did a review for that a while back. But yeah. Rock Music thinks Art the Clown is the next Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Well, there's only one, but I see what you're getting at. How about we have Art the Clown be the next Art the Clown? Let's carve out his own personality.
He can be the next Pinhead from Hellraiser Revelations. That was called Resurrection.
Don't you ever disrespect Dimension Extreme. That's a classic film.
It's should do a shirt and say Planet SSH for Steven Steph Collins. SSC, Planet SSC. That'll be the name.
Oh, man. Well, we got a lot of great stuff coming up. We got physical media coming out the ass. Oh, have you reconsidered the Paranormal Activity
Ah.
complete Blu-ray collection? Have you sat on it? Have you slept on it?
No, and we had that last stream after we were done. I was like, yeah, I'll probably get it. But then I forgot about it until you brought it up again. So now I guess it's back on my
It's
mind.
only $55 now. Garrett.
Oh, really?
Ken, you're obviously
And Paramount's doing it, not Scream Factory. So you don't have to worry about the
Ken, as a
cases.
man of culture, a man of taste, a man that's a world traveler, you know good art, you've seen good art, you're getting the Paranormal Activity collection.
Dude, absolutely. That's one of my most anticipated
Yes!
the rest
So
of the year.
let's again, let's get the story straight here, just for anybody who doesn't know. I like the Paranormal Activity movies. I have them all. That's the only reason I'm not sure about getting the set. So before everybody says, I can't believe you hate these movies, that's why you're not getting it. No, I like them. I just don't know if I want to rebuy them all again.
Sell the individual releases and get the. This is like the Godfather collection of horror, right?
I'm really loving Paramount right now, what they're doing. They're really diversifying a lot of their stuff. They're coming out with steel books with slip covers. They're doing Scream Factory box sets. It's like...
Now, I'm actually kind of pissed about this.
They're taking back Friday the 13th. They're putting them out on 4K.
I can't wait for that, too. I will buy every release of Friday the 13th that comes out. They're
going to do 1 through 4. I don't know when they're going to do the other ones, but
yeah. Well, I mean, they've got 1 through 4, and then in 2029, I cannot wait to get my Jason Takes Manhattan Steelbook.
Absolutely,
I'm ready.
I love it.
But yeah, I got that pre-ordered Paranormal Activity collection. I know Garrett's gonna end up getting it. He's gonna come to his senses.
Well,
he's gonna see a video on it, and he's gonna say,
he'll do a special Rad Pack unboxing.
He's gonna say, "Let me get in the gym and just kind of think about this."
You just need a set.
Let me ask you this again. Maybe I will. You said there's no other way to get the new one yet, except
Next
for
of Kin is a collection premiere exclusive. Now,
I mean, because I did buy that $15 Blu-ray.
Now, let me tell you, Next of Kin is worth the price of the box set alone. It is. I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it isn't, but I mean, I do want to have them all, right? So if that is going to be okay, but here's another thing: I would love to have the box and say, "Hey, I got them all here." Then 2 years later, there's like another Paranormal that comes out, and I'm like, "No!" Then I'm gonna have a big box with like one sitting next to it.
But hey, then you have a piece of history. I mean, how do you feel about your Halloween complete collection up there? That's some false advertisement.
Oh, because of the new ones?
But it's history. You look at it and you say, no. Yeah. At the time, that was it. Like
you
that
could say that about any franchise. I mean,
but we're not talking about Halloween. That's trash. We're talking about the Paranormal Activity Legacy Collection. I mean, the who's who of physical media collectors is going to own this.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Next to Kin yet, so
it's good. Honest. I like it. It's on Plus. You can stream it if you want to be a chump, or you can wait.
I'm gonna wait and watch it on disc.
Yes,
that'll be the first one I'll watch.
It's gonna be so much better on a Blu-ray disc, dude. It's gonna play great.
Yeah, I do like Paramount Plus, but the streaming quality wasn't the best when I was watching First Kill earlier.
They're working those bugs out. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it's the same as
Lepke's
Peacock.
Right. Maybe I should get it before it ends up like Ghostbusters, and then I'm gonna FOMO the hell out of it. So,
well, what happened with Ghostbusters? They had like
it just went out of print. It went out of print very fast. So, but I got it, but for instance, you can say the same thing. I missed out on Rambo, and
why couldn't they do a freaking box set, just a regular box set Ghostbusters, so I could have got like all the special features for Ghostbusters 2, because that's what I wanted. And it's like they make you pay $200 to get a freaking trap.
This is the price for the box set, $56. I have it pre-ordered.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap.
Okay, Garrett, zero excuses. But Alexis also mentions, listen, Garrett, the awesome doc. Now they have.
Hold on, I'm going to buy it right now.
Yes, round of applause for Garrett. Yes. No, seriously.
He's buying it before we are, and now it's going to go out of stock.
The documentary that they include, it's on Paramount Plus, Garrett, but you're going to wait. You're going to enjoy the disc. You're going to have a nice cold beer and you're going to have a soft shell burrito with a side of wild rice. And you're going to watch this documentary. It's the Crystal Lake Memories of Paranormal Activity films. It's actually really, really good. I mean, and here's the best part, Garrett. In the documentary, Oren Peli shows a bunch of footage that has never, ever been seen before from Paranormal Activity 1. The documentary is worth $56 alone.
Yeah, I've not seen that either.
Oh, now, no, I might have just pressed pause on my buy. Is Lepke, are you telling the truth? Because if so, I'm not going to purchase this thing yet. There's already a new one coming out.
Wait up. Jason Blum did say a new Paranormal Activity movie is coming out next year where a group of college students moving to Katie's childhood home. Well, first of all, thank you for the $5 super chat. But the only thing I read was like 2 weeks ago, Nick showed me a link where Jason Blum ridiculed the latest Paranormal Activity movie, acting like he didn't like it, but it's really because the director for Paranormal Activity Next of Kin basically was making fun of Blumhouse doing movies with legacy characters with Halloween, and so he just said that as a pissing contest.
So Blumhouse owns Paranormal Activity. I know they did the first ones.
They did the first one. I guess
explain to me how Blumhouse is with Universal now, but they haven't pulled Paranormal Activity over to Universal. Why is that still Paramount? I guess it's like a right sharing thing.
Well, Paramount. For what I understand, Blumhouse picked up.
Because Paranormal Activity is like one of the first Blumhouse movies.
I want to say Blumhouse did some kind of deal with Pelly, and then Blumhouse not necessarily sold it, but Paramount bought they bought the movie in conjunction with Blumhouse. So I'm assuming from that point on, Blumhouse was producing the films, but Paramount was the Universal with Halloween, where Universal distributes the Halloween films.
I mean, Blumhouse wasn't the way it is now, the way we know it now,
right,
back in
right,
2007 when they made it. So I imagine he just produced it. But
he produced it, and I think Paranormal Activity was very crucial. Now, again, thank you very much, Lopke, but be sincere, because I don't know if he's joking or not. He's saying they are. I have never heard a thing about this. But listen, Garrett, do not be swindled. This is a great set. Don't worry about it.
Just don't worry about it.
I mean, Ken, does this bother you, Ken?
Fuck no, I don't care.
Exactly.
I'll buy the Blu-ray of the new one. It'll be okay.
Just buy the Bluray of the new one.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Just put it. Yeah,
it's not that bad. I don't worry about it that much.
Just squeeze.
Life's too short, man. It's too short.
Okay, he says he's not joking.
I do this for fun.
The crazy thing
I love it. I know I love all this kind of.
Yeah.
I love when people have
I get mad about
phrases and gimmicks. I
I
like this stuff. I like when everybody's got their own little phrases and gimmicks and stuff. I love it. I just run with it. I think it's perfect.
I do want that shirt though, with me with a Scream Factory cover with misprints all over it.
Christian, you gotta do what you gotta do is you gotta do a scent Cream Factory, and then it's like that's what you're gonna call it, and it's got like a cream scent to it, and it's like
it smells like shit.
You get like half a wax bar or whatever in one of the sleeves and stuff.
So Devin
crumbled.
Devin says I need to make a Paranormal Activity wax melt. Well, it's just gonna be like an empty plastic case, and it's gonna say ghost scent or demon scent. There's nothing in
That's
it.
what you should do. You should do like an Invisible Man scent or something, Hollow Man, and have nothing in the package.
Oh man,
complete.
I want to make sure Garrett hits complete purchase on this stream.
All right, I already did it.
I don't believe it.
I'll send you the screenshot when we get done. My phone is my camera, so I don't have it.
All right,
you got me scared. I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order right now too.
You not pre-ordered, Ken?
It said 6% off.
I don't pre-order a lot.
You've
I usually wait until like 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, but dude, we're talking about Paranormal Activity.
Well, that's why he missed Ghostbusters, because he did it that way.
I mean, I didn't really care to get that set anyway. I wanted the regular Ghostbusters 2. I just want the slipcovers. That's all I care about. I don't care about a freaking trap.
You don't want this. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, they have the slip in that. I forgot. I thought it was steel.
No, I did get FOMO over that. Like when it first announced, I was like, I don't really need that. But then everybody started showing off. I was like, fuck it.
Jamie already tagged me on Twitter. Hellraiser Revelations. Oh man. Well, hey, listen. All right, we're over 2 hours. This has been really fun. Thank you guys for hopping on with me. It's always fun whenever it's always fun when you guys hop on. Again, if you got something you guys want to let the audience know that y'all have coming up, feel free, and we'll start wrapping it.
Nothing
Friday.
per se. I've got nothing on dates. I'm going to be on other people's streams kind of for the next couple. I might try to do a live stream on Saturday because I'm going to Silver Scream Con, so I would like to do like a little review on that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Nothing in the works unless I get some stuff that I have to do or want to do a review on, I guess. And but nothing set in stone on my channel as far as dates right now. I'll be on Dead Pit on Friday doing Ebola Syndrome, which I could hear you guys talking about through my headphones when I was searching for this thing.
Dude, they all said it's fucking gross.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So I'm sure I'm in for a friggin' treat.
It's gonna be a good one.
So
Ken,
you can check that out.
all right, so sounds good.
I dropped a review of Coneheads today, and I want everybody to check that out. It's one of my favorite comedies of all time, and I was excited to talk about it.
It's great.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. There'll be other stuff coming. I actually made a top 25 horror titles, physical media titles that are coming out, and I ranked them all.
Good.
So I'll be dropping that video soon.
Speaking of Dan Aykroyd, really quick, you know it's a great Dan Aykroyd movie, like a great one, is Dragnet with him and Tom Hanks.
Man, I'm so upset I missed the Shout Factory sale. I wanted to get some stuff on there because that's one of them. And then I seen Huck. He ordered from Shout and he got the slipcover with that. I was like,
son of a bitch.
And Mr. Mom.
Son of a. Oh, it's a great movie.
Both of those.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal. I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. You guys were lively and great. We covered a lot of stuff. If you want to hear me rant and rave about the Nightmare on Elm Street box set and then the Nightmare on Elm Street TV show, go to the beginning of the show. I went hard. You Need a Candles, Friday, 6 p.m. Follow our Instagram. I'll be sure to post the link when it's live Friday. When they're gone, guys. So we're going to leave it right there. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. God bless. Godspeed. Paranormal Activity, complete collection box set coming soon. Get your pre-orders in now. Good night.